462-0145 today. NMLS 741022. Equal housing lender.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the build your own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low...
Testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing. Yo. What it is, yo. Welcome into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I am your sports mixologist, John Harden. Y'all know who Gabe is? Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm looking at the VU meter. Testing. Gabe's a hoe. No, I'm not that dumb. Yeah, I was, you got me turned off, I hope.
We're living in a world today
I figure you would. But all right, I'm going to turn it off.
Check out their referrals, DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild.
Hey, you got 25 seconds, but do you have the text line and the phone in front of you?
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Check it out right here. Ladies and gentlemen. And now?
Now, the only man to give death a near Johnny experience. Johnny Harden.
Rock and roll.
Yo, what it up? What up? Y'all know what it is. It's a weird day. It feels like a Friday, don't it? It feels like a Friday, but it's not. It's a Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. Welcome into Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I'm so excited to tell y'all, you get to hang out with me today and my very good friend Gabe Kuhn all the way till 3:30, and we have a very special show for you. We have at 1:30, we're going to get fantasy banana sandwiches on you. You know our good buddy Jim McCormick of ESPN. He's going to come in because you know what? Basically the playoffs have started. People who are out know they are out. People who know that they are jockeying for position or to be in the playoffs or the toilet bowl playoffs is what I like to call those, who have the league for the losers. I don't know, Gabe, do you have a league for losers?
How are you doing so far? That's my question.
Can I just tell you something, dude? You know, I hate bragging. I don't want to be braggadocious. Like, I just don't like being that guy.
Aren't you a guy that's in, like, 15 different leagues?
No, I'm actually only in 2 leagues. 2 leagues.
Okay.
I'm very, very selfish. I only play in one fantasy baseball league because it's such a high-dollar, very focused league that I can't do anything else. I got second this year. I still can't believe Aaron, golly, if I just, don't even get me started. One pitcher killed me. If he just would have had a decent year, and I thought he was going to be a Cy Young Award winner. If Aaron Nola wasn't such a loser, I'll win that bad boy. Instead, I got second. But this year, right now, I'm first in my division. Right now, I'm second in points total, but I've given up also the most points in the league. So the fact that I'm doing as good as I'm doing, I'm lucky because I've been giving up points left and right. But you know who I have because I told everybody and their grandmother I'm picking with the first pick, Christian McCaffrey. And anybody who has him and can't build a team around him, you're just not a good general manager.
I'll tell you what, man. I am right outside looking in because, like, when I drafted, I got like the 6th overall pick in both leagues. So, like, you know, that's like Juju Smith-Schuster.
I know you told me what happened. You got Juju and
like that sometimes. But I have pulled it out, made some good waiver wire decisions, and I'm holding in there. I'm holding in there.
Man, that is awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Well, this is the thing is, for all those who are holding up or those who are dominating and you want to beat somebody like me that's dominating, all you have to do is sit back, relax, because at 130, the man who actually makes me so dominant, I got to say one thing. It's kind of unfair because, like I said, I get to work all week on sports and then talk to people like Gabe Kuhn, get to talk to people like Jim McCormick, get to listen this afternoon to also people like Sigmund Bloom, who does also a great job at football, guys. Again, I feel like the fact if you keep it locked to Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM, I promise you can't go wrong when it comes to talking about sports. Everything from the Memphis Tigers to the Grizzlies to the National Football League and, of course, to this amazing football team like Gabe Kuhn, holy guacamole. What's going to go on Friday, I think, is going to be a big one. And I wanted to mention this at the very, very top of the hour. And, again, I just want to welcome everybody in to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Y'all know me, your sports mixologist. You know Gabe Kuhn, and you know that tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a wonderful time with your family. But it is a very big week. We have tonight on these channels, by the way, Ole Miss. Yes, Ole Miss in Penn State in a little basketball. Then tomorrow we have the Egg Bowl with Ole Miss at Mississippi State. But the big one, here's what I like to say, Friday. Well, we'll be carrying Washington State in Washington, the Apple Cup. It's a big, big deal. But you know what's going on, don't you? Like, we'll also be on the radio that day. You get to hear me and Drew and I think CJ and I think Corey Thompson's going to join us. And you're going to have Gabe. It's going to be a great day on radio on Friday. But also, Friday is the day that the University of Memphis, who this is where I call this the big one, and a lot of people don't give it the respect because all we do is talk about the college football Final Four. And we talk about 1 through 4. We talk about whose number does Alabama deserve this? What about Utah? Look at Baylor. What about Oklahoma? Everybody's jockeying for position. You know, Oregon losing last week, what all that meant. But don't forget, people, y'all know that people are playing for this like the highest ranked group of 5, which people probably hate hearing the group of 5, I know, especially in these parts. The group of 5, though, which right now, the highest ranked team, guess who it is? Do you know who the highest ranked team in the group of 5 is right now, Mr. Gabe Kuhn?
I think their mascot's a tiger.
They are. It's Memphis. Do you know who's right behind them?
I think their mascot's a Bearcat.
It sure is. And you know who's right behind Cincinnati?
Would it be a midshipman?
Boise State, man. Boise State.
Hey, look. Navy is actually in a position.
Well, I will say this, though. This is the one. These are the 3 teams that I really think have the power. I want to sit there and say thank you very much to also, I know you don't like this team, but I'm going to give you a thank you to BYU, Gabe. I don't know how you feel about that, but this is going to be very big for Memphis, hopefully, not Cincinnati, but I think the teams in the American, Memphis or Cincinnati, the fact that they are ranked ahead of Boise State because of that loss early in October to BYU, I don't see how the Broncos jump in the rankings, Memphis or Cincinnati, because the winner of the Memphis-Cincinnati game this Friday is in the driver's seat, yes, for the Cotton Bowl. How big is that? I mean, for me, when I think about it and I say it, I almost don't believe it. And you know I carry a cotton bag bowl all over the place. You laugh at me. People laugh at me. I got one. It's nice. Thank you very much, Brett Norsworthy. Love you. But could you imagine Memphis actually making it there, and they're actually now in the driver's seat? They're in the driver's seat. They are at home. This is a huge game this Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. I think everybody and their grandmother's going to show out like they did for game day. I don't think it's going to be that large of a crowd because of so many people traveling, but I think it's going to be a very special crowd. And again, Brady White's playing as good a football as anybody, and everybody talks about Cincinnati's defense, but you said something to me yesterday, and I did not believe you. I had to go look it up. You said Memphis's defense is ranked higher than Cincinnati, and I thought you were a liar.
Total defense-wise, and that's just yards. So I think, when you look at a yards per play standpoint, I think there's like a 0.05 yard difference in what Cincinnati's giving up compared to what Memphis is giving up. But Memphis is actually 42nd in the country in total defense, whereas Cincinnati's 45th. So it's interesting. You talk about that defense that Cincinnati has, but I think there might be an overblown look at what they actually are. They have some game, but I think they're very similar to that South Florida defense that the Tigers saw a week ago.
And Gabe, I wanted to bring this up because I think this is very important, because I think you're 100% right. I think that people do not realize, and a lot of people even in this city, because they're so focused on today, the bad news about James Wiseman, that that the first step of basically the appeal process is already over, and there's not going to be a second or third step.
How about Mizzou's appeal taking 300 days?
I know, and then there's taking a week.
In front of the NCAA, it took a day.
As
soon as they got in there,
what's up? Yeah, but since the whole situation was like, since he pulled it back, it's like a whole week. But, man, he'll be back January 12th. You know that we got Quinones out for 21 days from what Penny said. So another, 19 days left for him. When this team does come back at full strength, though, I think have learned how to play, and I think that's why, again, Vegas has moved the Tigers all the way up to a 12-1 favorite to win the championship, because I think when they get Wiseman and Quinones back and they learn how to play, I think Penny's a good coach. I think they're very athletic. I think they're going to be fine. I'm not worried about a thing. I think it's all going to be cool. But the thing is that's where it seems like everyone's focus is. And I'm like, yo, wake up. Tigers are cool. Do y'all realize this is November? November in basketball is not much. Do you know what happened last night in basketball, by the way? You know how we laughed at Kentucky for losing? Do y'all know that Duke last night lost? Did you know this?
November madness, man. What is going on?
They were a 28-point, by the way, they were a 28-point favorite to Stephen F. Austin. To Stephen F. Austin, they were a 28-point favorite, and yes, Duke fell. November basketball doesn't matter, so getting James back, getting Quinones back when we do, I think it's going to matter. The team is going to get rolling. It's about how they're playing at the end of the year. February and March are crucial. We got January to get them all, acclimated. I think this team is going to be fine. Don't worry about Memphis basketball right now. Let Penny do that and just show up at the games and show out. But right now, Memphis football, everybody needs to have their Keister Friday at the Liberty Bowl, 2:30. The game's on ABC. I don't want to hear about I ate too much turkey. I got tryptophan in my brain. I'm tired. No, get out to Tiger Lane. Support these young men. This is the best team. I love you, Gabe. I love you, Gabe. I love you, and I love that senior class. But this team has an opportunity to do something to go down as the greatest Tiger football team in history. It has an opportunity to do it. Hasn't done it yet. As much as I love you, and I know you want it, you want him to do the same thing.
Look, we had a chance to go do it.
You had a chance to go do it. You
couldn't quite
didn't.
Get over the hump.
Came close.
I hope this team goes out as the most winning class in school history, because they have earned it, and they have brought this program to different heights than I really don't think people even thought when Justin Fuente took over that this program could get to these heights.
I absolutely agree with you. And again, I want to remind everybody, Brady White has got the whole entire city behind him. He's playing on top of the world. He had a bad first quarter. Instead of letting him crush him, he came back out and played like that confident kid that I've told you that doesn't have happy feet. When he plants his foot in the ground, he's moving the safety with his eyes. And when he puts his foot in the background and he knows where he wants to throw the ball, he's letting go and it's coming out of his finger with confidence. Tight spiral, and it's a very catchable ball. And by the way, how many dang weapons does Mike Norvell have over there?
They're everywhere. And you know what I've seen? You know, I do my weekly film review with Go Tiger 247. Go check it out. And me and Christian Fowler.
Great work, by the way.
We do a good job.
I'll tell you something, by the way. I'm not blowing smoke. If you care about the Tigers, go watch this because honestly, I've probably learned more about this Tigers team from watching that y'all's session. So thank you, Gabe and Christian.
Absolutely. You know what I've seen from Brady White though the past 4 or 5 weeks is
confidence.
I think that's what I'm saying. He has been able to do this. I think the arm. I don't think it's absolutely exceptional, but I think he's been able to throw for the entire time he's been here. But the confidence
that's what I'm saying
actually willed him to throw the balls that he wouldn't throw early in his career.
And it's amazing when you know where you're going with the football and you feel comfortable that you're actually throwing to the right guy and you see the window and the game is slowed down for you. It's amazing how when you actually let go of a ball with confidence, it really does come out of your hand different. It's a tighter spiral. It really does get there because you believe in it.
But I will say this too, even last week though, the picks he threw were confident throws. I would rather see a confident, willful throw than what we saw, the first half of this season and last season with him where the confidence wasn't quite where it needed to be, so he wasn't pushing the ball where he wanted to.
By the way, speaking of a guy who has a rifle, and it's Brady, who nobody really realized until he got confident, you might have a rifle or a handgun, and you might need to get a little more confident with it because you know what? If you're scared of your weapon, then you don't really need to have it in your house. You need to have confidence when you have that bad boy. You need to be licensed. You need to be, certified. You need to have the guys tell you what's going on. And guess what? I got the place for you. It's called Top Gun, and this is 24 square feet of real deal Holyfield. What do I mean by this? Is like it is honestly like a family indoor range with a barbecue joint. I mean, you have a gun store, a range, a full auto experience, by the way, if you want to go full auto. But the point is, you come here, you get confident with your pistol. They have so many people who know everything about this and that are licensed. They will show you and they will make you comfortable. They will help you with the gun. They have all the classes to help you get certified. Everybody here knows what's going on. They're at 2770 Witten Road, by the way. I'm here today. And at 1:45, a little bit early, maybe 1:50, I'm going to pull because I want to give people time to get out here to get their stuff. But I'm going to pull out all the gifts, and we're going to be giving away a lot of cool stuff. So if you can come out here to 2770 Witten Road, hop on in here, see what's going down, take a couple, pops, and get some Ferguson's barbecue. It is absolutely amazing. I love their sauce. It is out of control. And the way they do their side dishes and those cute little iron skillets, it just blows my mind. It is out of control delicious. Everything is great here. But again, the most important thing is they have a training academy. It is second to none. You get your handgun permit. It's only $75, by the way. There are also other advanced classes, again, like I said, to help you get confident. And again, you want a new gun, you want something, whatever, you want to, check things out. Come on out here, see what you like, what feels good in your hand, and again, have confidence in that so you're comfortable with that weapon. You're safe. You know how to put it up safely. You know how to clean it. You know how to make sure it's loaded and unloaded. You know how to actually shoot it and hit your target. They have great targets. They're only $1 a piece. Anyway, Top Gun, speaking of Brady White, just made me think about where I'm at, and that's 24 square feet of one of the largest indoor ranges in the country, and it's the only one in this area that is full auto. Again, Gun store, range, indoor, full auto experience, Top Gun, baller shot caller, plus Ferguson's barbecue. It's the real deal, Holyfield. And again, class is only $75. Come out and see me. One other thing, don't forget, I can't do my segments without MemphisFarmers.com and my man Chad Gatlin. And always remember, if you go out there and you see, if you go to Memphis Farmers and you see Daniel Gatlin, you know you're at the right place. Auto, home, life, business, whatever you can think of, he's got you covered. That's MemphisFarmers.com. Give him a call, 901-235-1176. That's 901-235-1176. Now, we have been talking about the Memphis Tigers and what they really are playing for. Again, we got banana sandwiches with SMU came to town. We went crazy, and we should have, because game day was here. And we knew it was an important game. But don't just realize, just because game day is not here doesn't mean this game isn't. This is the most important game, and it's not just because it's the next game on their schedule. This is an opportunity for them to win this game and have a clear path to the number one ranking of the group of 5. And what does that mean? Playoff committee, hi-yi-yi, Cotton Bowl. This isn't, no offense, Gabe, this ain't Florida. This ain't the Birmingham Bowl. You mentioned something different. I was listening to Eli, totally disagreeing with him, talking about, bowl games don't matter. So if it's the Idaho Potato Bowl or whatever, or Holiday Bowl or whatever, maybe you really don't care about the ending. But the Cotton Bowl, get the bleep out of here. This is a historic. This bowl is so big. If Memphis became Cotton Bowl winners this year, would this not go down as, in my opinion, the greatest year in Tiger football?
Yeah, it will. And I disagreed with Eli wholeheartedly about that as well. You look at sort of the bowl history of what this team has gotten to go to. The Birmingham Bowl, the Miami Beach Bowl. Like, of course, if you win those, voila, that's cool. But the Cotton Bowl is a completely different thing. This is a New Year's Six. This is where the old days would have been basically a BCS, if you will, bowl. So this is a height that this program has never reached, and winning it would mean a completely different thing than a normal bowl. So I completely agree with your sentiment on that.
Now, and also I want to remind y'all real quick, Tigers are 11-point favorite in this game. They're 10-1. Cincinnati's 10-1. Cincinnati 19, Tigers 18 in the country. It's on ABC at 2:30 this Friday after Thanksgiving. What a big game this is going to be. Be out there if you can. The Tigers are averaging, 42.5 points. Cincinnati's only averaging 29.9. They beat Temple 15-13. Yes, the Tigers fell to Temple, but that feels like an eon ago because they have rolled Tulane. They have beaten Tulsa. They have dropped SMU. They have dropped Houston. They had a South Florida looked lost last week in the second half. Memphis is rolling at a different level, and I just feel like Cincinnati, who is eked by Temple, struggled against South Florida. They could have pulled that game out. South Florida, they pimp slap UConn, but who doesn't? How did they struggle against ECU and only win by 3? I don't know. I just have a great feeling if there's a good crowd. Brady White has so many weapons. Cincinnati's defense, it is good, but it is not special like that Shaq Goodwin defense and that had his brother and sent a bunch of people to NFL a few years ago that you played, Gabe. I really don't believe that they're even close to that Central Florida defense. They don't have a Mackenzie Milton. I feel like the Tigers are the better team. They have more exciting players. Kenneth Gainwell, Patrick Taylor's coming back. Coxey's been great, but what about Gibson? What about last week? What about all these guys?
Not to completely, jump in, but Shaquem Griffin is who you're aiming for. You said Shaq Goodwin. I thought you were talking about the Tiger basketball there.
What did I say? Sorry.
Shaq Goodwin. You meant Shaquem Griffin and all those teams. But yeah, this team has so.
The dude with one hand and his brother who has the hand. Sorry.
He's gotten.
And I know Shaq Goodwin played basketball at Memphis. My bad. He always had a big smile running down the court.
Yeah. But this Cincinnati defense is not quite that, but it will pose challenges, and they'll come in emotional. Both teams are going to be emotional. It's senior day, and this Tiger team is going to have to try to control all they can as far as emotions go and not play into Cincinnati's ball control type of offense at this point in the year because their offense has been very off, and I think we've seen that the past couple of weeks.
Man, oh man, I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, this team is just out of control, and I'm just fired up. And again, Cincinnati. I look at my man Desmond, and I say to myself, Desmond, you are not Mackenzie Milton. I'm sorry, Mr. Ryder. And I just think that this team is absolutely prepared and they're ready to go. And I think the offensive line that was young at the beginning of the year, they might have been young, but they're very talented. And I think they're playing at a different level. If you haven't noticed, Kenneth Gainwell is not even touching anybody until he gets to the second level. Patrick Taylor's doing the same. I really think Memphis is going to beat the brakes off of them. What do you think?
I think it will. Depending on the emotional and how the Tigers deal with the first – they can't do what they did against USF. They can't come out slow, throw picks, and dawdle around for a whole quarter with Cincinnati, or they'll take advantage of it. So it depends how they come out. But I think this is an easily coverable game, especially with the Tigers playing at the Liberty Bowl.
Now, we want them to be first in the Power 5 or Group of 5, not Power 5. Group of 5, that way they can play in, the big game. And right now they are 18, Cincinnati 19, and, of course, Boise State is 20. Thank you. I can't believe I'm saying this to BYU because nobody likes BYU, especially probably Gabe Kuhn. But, again, I'm at Top Gun, 24,000 square feet of fun. It's the largest indoor range in the country at 2770 Witten Road, right next to the World. It was previously Range USA, but it's very, very simple. And by the way, I want to tell you a little secret. You come out here, you learn everything about guns, and then you're going to be blown away because you're going to have Ferguson's barbecue, and you're going to be like, whoa. Is this the real deal, Holyfield, or what? There's nothing like day before Thanksgiving, getting a couple shots in, getting a little barbecue in your belly, and don't forget their training academy is second to none, and with a handgun permit for only $75. They also have advanced classes that are available. I'm telling you, there is nothing like Top Gun. Make sure you get comfortable, and the way you get comfortable is you got to come out, you got to use your weapon, you got to learn about your weapon, and this is a gun store, a range, a full auto experience, and it's the only one in this area. And again, it's also a barbecue restaurant, and it's top notch. Again, that's why it's called Top Gun. 24,000 square feet, and it's the largest, if not one of the largest in the country. It's the largest I've ever been in, and it's also just flat out awesome. Check it out, Top Gun, 2770 Witten Road. By the way, I'll be back in 2 shakes because I got to come back and talk a little fantasy football with Jim McCormick on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM.
Sports 56 now has 2 FM homes. You can now find real sports talk on 96.1 as well as 87.7 on your FM dial.
The holiday season is here, and it's time for our best offer of the year during the Ford Black Friday event. Now, for a limited time, get 20% estimated savings on select 2019 Ford models. You're ready, and so are we. Start the season off right, and don't wait to enjoy our best deal of the season. That is 20% estimated savings on select 2019 Ford models. The Ford Black Friday event ends soon, so hurry in today. Eligible on select 2019 model year vehicles. Vehicle must have arrived at dealer at least 61 days prior to the sale date. Estimated savings include an average dealer discount based on a sales survey of average discounts offered by Ford dealers nationally. Discount may vary. Dealer determines price. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by December 2nd, 2019. See participating dealer for complete details.
Come to Holly Chevrolet in Marion to take advantage of end-of-year savings. Right now, save over $9,400 off MSRP on the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. The all-new 2019 Chevy Silverado Double Cab LT Z71 All-Star Edition. Or get a great deal during their Black Friday sales event. Take 20% off MSRP on select 2019 Traverse, Impala, Malibu, Cruise, and more. Stop by today and check out Holly's large selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs ready for you to enjoy. And at Holly Chevrolet, it's a no-pressure, no-hassle environment. As a matter of fact, there's no Badgers. And never pay a dock fee. Find new roads at exit 14 off I-55 in Marion, just 15 minutes from downtown Memphis, and online at hollychevrolet.com.
2019 Chevy Silverado Double Cab LT C71 All-Star, stock number N3607. 20% off MSRP on select models only. All discounts, rebates, and incentives are included and applied. Must qualify and finance with GM Financial under 2005 on the original product. Prices don't include tax, tag, title, and registration. Take delivery by Lily 3019. See dealer for details.
And now more Straight Talk from Straight Talk. The big wireless guys try to saddle you with expensive wireless plans because that's how they earn big commissions.
Saddled? What am I, a horse?
No, you are not. That's why with Straight Talk Wireless, you get our unlimited plan for just $45 a month with 25 gigs at high speeds. No contract, no saddle.
Oh, like a wild wireless stallion.
Uh-huh, sure. Switch today and get America's best networks for up to half the cost. Straight Talk Wireless, everything for less.
Savings may vary. See straighttalk.com.
Your nationally ranked Memphis Tigers football team is back home on the Friday after Thanksgiving against rivals Cincinnati. This is our city, our team, and our stadium. We showed the world what Memphis can do when we all stand together. And now it is time to do it again. Tickets start at just $20 and are available now at GoTigersGo.com or by calling 901-678-2331. It is Memphis Tigers football versus Cincinnati on the Friday after Thanksgiving. Sponsored by Sedgwick.
Hewlett & Dunn, nestled on Old Town Square in Collierville, has 4,000 square feet of the largest boot selection in 200 miles. International boot legends Luke Casey, Double H, Red Wing, Ariat, Justin, and Tony Lama. Hewlett & Dunn has rubber hunting boots by Dry Shod and recently has expanded the selection of safety work boots. Filson Hunting Gear, biggest selection in 3 states, and now carrying Duckhead. Western wear, hunting attire, jeans, belts, hats, and more at 111 North Center Street, Collierville on Old Town Square. You need to stop by Hewlett & Dunn? You bet your boots. Heater trouble? Make your first call your last call. Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning and heating specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their special winter price for a heater tune-up is just $59, and 24-hour service is billed at normal rates. Your comfort is their highest priority. Contact airdoctorsofmemphis.com or call 901-598-HVAC.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
I'm your pusher man.
I'm your pusher man. You're hot. You're hot.
What is up? What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I am your sports mixologist, John, and of course, you know Gabe, who's back at the house because I'm out at Top Gun, and y'all know where Top Gun is. I hope that's right. 2770 Witten Road. Previously ran USA, but now it's the real deal. Holyfield. It is Top Gun. 24,000 square feet of fun. It's one of the largest indoor ranges in the country, and by the way, it's the only one that I know they can go full auto. Plus, it is also a beautiful gun store that's loaded with Smith & Wesson, Ruger, Sig, Glock, and more. Trust me, if you want it, they got all the top brands. They are locked, they are loaded, they are ready for you. And you know they are here to help you, to make sure that you're comfortable, to make sure it's safe. They have a training academy that's second to none. They are the best with a handgun permit, period. And it's only $75 for a class. And plus, if you want to go a little advanced, they got them. Trust me. Come out here to Top Gun. You're going to freak out. And don't forget to get some of that Ferguson barbecue because it is flat out amazing. But you know what today is, don't you? It's time. Well, it's the day before Thanksgiving, and it's also for those who are fantasy crazy and fantasy football. You got 3 games tomorrow. You got to get your lineups. If you're here, playoffs are really started because you know that if you're jockeying for position for the playoffs, or basically if you're playing for the toilet bowl. So welcome in my good buddy Jimmy McCormick. Jimmy, you there?
What's good, man? It is. We're right on the doorstep of the playoffs in most leagues. This is it.
Dude, how awesome is this, by the way, man? Think about this. This is the day before Turkey Day. I'm down here in the South chilling here eating barbecue in a gun range, 24,000 square feet of fun. Been shooting fully auto. Been dropping, like, the targets, man. I'm telling you, man. You ever watch Die Hard? I'm like Bruce Willis up in this bad boy.
You got to get Carson Wentz down there for clear as mine.
Dude, yeah, Carson Wentz needs to get his little pea shooter a little bit dialed in, doesn't he? We'll have to get him worked in with one of these Top Gun trainers.
He needs.
You know what? Since you brought that up, I do have to ask you, how disappointed are people out there if you went with Jared Goff or Carson Wentz, two of the guys who got the two largest contracts you've ever seen? Goff got the most. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. But it's not just them, because it's how much they've affected their teammates. I mean, they've basically made the Rams or the Eagles irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, there's been regression on both sides. It's been bad. I mean, I'm not being an apologist for Wentz. I know he's been bad on his own right, but they still have to get more speed on this Philly team, and Howie Roseman has a lot to do. And look, I've been saying it before. Steve Groh, Al Groh's kid, the offensive coordinator for the Eagles, he couldn't get Golden Tate the ball last year, which is he was second only to Antonio Brown the last 3 years in yards after the catch. So I think there's some coaching problems. I don't know what's going on in L.A. I'm not close enough to that. I just know that I still think Wentz, I would buy low on Wentz in Dynasty and stuff like that. I think there could be some bigger years ahead, but you can't send him out there with just hoping on Deshaun Jackson's hamstrings every year. It's not going to work.
Man, Jim, I feel like there's a deeper issue as far as with Carson Wentz. Those wide receivers get zero separation. I know he has some fault in it, but those wide receivers, and they've been hurt. He hasn't had Alshon Jeffrey. He hasn't had Deshaun Jackson, like you said. But I feel like there is deeper issues as far as Carson Wentz struggles go.
Yeah, no, there are. There's systemic roster issues that are going on for sure. And like I said, they need a huge offseason to fix it, because there's not enough juice. And even when they get a guy like Miles Sanders, you mentioned, he's not getting the ball and he's not creating plays. So, yeah, I mean, look, it's a young man's game, especially the skill players, and I think a little bit of this attached on the Super Bowl. I'll take the Super Bowl every time, but some of these guys, it's one of the oldest teams in the NFL. I think the Eagles are the second oldest team in the NFL. And look at the Rams. The Rams' offensive line is really old. Everybody's over 30, so I think there's a tax that comes with trying to, like Johnny said, trying to fit around these huge contracts.
Man, it's just absolutely horrible, and I already got people hitting me up. Remember, don't forget, at Johnny_radio or 67129 at the First Bank text line. Gabe's back at the house. I got one that's in Latavius Murray or Ronald Jones, PPR.
That's tough. I mean, look, Ronald Jones has been kind of stinky, right? Since the coaching staff declared their love for him, he hasn't done much, has he? So,
nope.
I mean, I think I'm going to go with Latavius Murray, who's still a top 75 play, overall, as a flex, and he's not so sexy, but listen, at Atlanta, that point total, Thanksgiving night, that point total could get up there. I mean, that game could be a high-scoring game.
I can't believe I'm about to ask you this question. I almost feel like I'm on drugs, but it's a question that somebody's actually asking. They're saying, is Chris Godwin actually would you start him over Odell Beckham Jr.?
Yes, he's wide receiver 3 overall. Jackson. Well, I mean, look, it's just production. I mean, he's been.
Yeah, I know. It's just amazing me to think about that name and where he got Godwin.
He's got 1,100 yards in 11 games. I mean, he's on pace for 1,500 yards, 1,600 yards. So, I think the other thing too is just Tampa doesn't move the ball. We just talked about Jones. Tampa doesn't move the ball on the ground. They move the ball through the air, and that Jacksonville secondary. Look, I mean, Tennessee went off last week. Teams are going off against the Jacksonville secondary, especially since Ramsey's left.
Well, if Chris Godwin is number 3 for you, where's Mike Evans, man?
Let me see. Mike Evans is number 4 receiver. He's right behind him.
Wow.
4 receiver. These guys. Well, I mean, look, Jackson.
No, I get you.
200 or 100. That's a game. That's another one of these secret games, like the New Orleans game. It's another one of these games where I think the offense could be up there. I mean, look at the other side of the ball. Chris Conley, DJ Chark, both those guys are playable. Westbrook's going to get 7 to 10 targets. So I just think both receiving cores on both sides are kind of fun.
With Jonathan Williams sort of showing up the past 2 weeks, do you trust him? Who was more worthy of a start, Jonathan Williams against Tennessee or David Montgomery against Detroit?
It's going to be Williams, right? I mean, Montgomery, we've talked about the Chicago offense all year. It's kind of always sputtering. I mean, and Montgomery doesn't get the ball in the passing game. We know that. So he needs to get off as a rusher in terms of, like, goal line carries. So it's just not as favorable. I mean, look, last week, if it continues, Jonathan Williams got the highest share of the offense of any running back this year, meaning, when Mack gets in there, he doesn't get the receiving looks. This guy got half the receiving looks from Hines and all the rushing looks. Like, that was a feature-packed workload for Williams. I think the Colts like to show off their scouting a little bit, and I think they're showing off a little bit by having this guy, buried on their roster all year.
Man, they definitely are showing out. Now, when you look at, of course, Turkey Day, and you look at a team like the Cowboys, right now, realistically, how comfortable are you with, the Cowboys after coming off playing the Patriots? It's a really, really short week. Are they going to come out ticked off, and are they going to go absolutely banana sandwiches? Or are they going to come out there and play against the Bills and kind of lay down and maybe get smoked? Or do you think this thing could be a shootout, and you want all these guys playing?
I think it's in between those outcomes. Like, I don't think it's, look at the point total. It's not beautiful because Buffalo likes to tamp down the total, right? Like, it's at 47, but that's still not beautiful, right? Like we want over 50 if we can, but I think Buffalo's going to try to do what they can do. I think Allen, he's going to get his rushing yards.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to pass the ball for much. But, I mean, look, there's a Cole Beasley revenge angle if you're into that. He doesn't get a ton of catches anymore, but he's catching touchdowns. John Brown's a stud. I'd play him. But I don't think I'd stream a ton of guys. Like, I think I'd just play your studs. Michael Gallup can get in there. But here's the thing. Like, Cooper's not even in a great situation because Tre'Davious White is going to shadow him. So I don't love it. I don't love tomorrow. I actually don't love tomorrow's slate. I wish it was a little bit better. I don't know about you, but, like, Chicago-Detroit doesn't excite me so much. I mean,
dude, who's playing quarterback for the Lions?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be the kid Driscoll.
Yeah, that's right. Wait, is he playing, or is somebody else, man? I couldn't even remember.
He was running it a little bit last week, though. I mean,
yeah, he was.
Driscoll can move around, and Gabe had a good point last week. He called it out. I kind of said it wasn't going to happen. Scarborough is, Scarborough had the second most rushing yards for the Lions all year last week, and it's not so different than the Jonathan Williams thing, where it's kind of like, at this time of the year, you kind of take who gets the work.
Jim, where is your comfortability? Obviously, I think the two best teams in the NFL are facing in the 49ers and the Ravens. Where's your comfortability with Lamar Jackson going against the Niners and Jimmy G going against the Ravens?
Yeah, right. I'm more comfortable, obviously, with Jackson just because of the rushing floor, right? We've talked about this before. He's got over 800 rushing yards already. The floor is so high. I mean, look. The Niners have allowed the second fewest points to quarterbacks. Only the Patriots have allowed fewer. It's not a great setup. We know that. They just destroyed the Packers offense. So it's not great, but I also think that, like, unlike most offenses, this isn't a reactive offense. I think Baltimore kind of, like, imposes its will. So if they can get off on the ground, it's going to be okay. But I wouldn't play anybody else really in the passing game besides Mark Andrews. Like I would X out everybody. No Hollywood Brown, none of that. So, yeah, it's more of a consolidated game. And, like, I'm not excited. Like, maybe Debo I'd play, but I wouldn't want to play Jimmy G. I think without the bye week, you're going to want to find a better option. Not that Baltimore's so scary, but I think that if Baltimore's offense has its way, they can have the ball for 40 minutes.
With Debo, though, I mean, we have a question here about Debo. Flex-wise, do you think Debo or Christian Kirk should get the start this week if you have both?
That's tough. I think I'm going to go with Debo. I like Christian Kirk. I know the work he's had, but, like, I just think Debo is – look, I think Debo leads the league.
Debo's been awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's been great. And, like, again, it's tough because we're talking about – when you talk through number one receivers, we're not talking about guys who are getting 9 to 12 targets. But so it's limited opportunities. I just rather have the better playmaker right now, and that's actually Debo.
And plus, I really think Baltimore's going to, even though it's, I don't know. I ain't going to get into this whole thing. It's just crazy to think about that wild one. But you know what? I will say, I will say one thing. You kind of mentioned Jeff Driscoll. I do want to remind you, the Bears, they are probably the number one defense already, but they might be the number one defense because David, whoever, Blau or whatever, he might be playing because Driscoll is beat up. And if that happens, oh my goodness, could you imagine how bad Turkey Day starts off? And, even Mitch Trubisky might even have a good day. And I'll tell you one thing, people freak out over that.
It's streaming week, too. Defensively, you got Carolina hosting Dwayne Haskins, who's taking selfies at the end of games. You got the Jets at Cincinnati. I know Dalton's back, but the Jets blitz on half their drop back. So there's some good ones. Green Bay's probably been scooped up in your league, but there's just some good streaming defenses this week. I think it's a fun week for that.
Man, what about Duck Hodges? What does he do to the people around him?
I think it's more of the same. It can't be worse.
Can't be worse than Mason, yeah.
But nobody, they don't concentrate that offense anymore. What used to happen was when things got ugly, they would just give it to their stars. They're not even treating Juju like a star anymore, so it's tough to say that I'm excited about anybody. If anybody, you might want to stream Benny Snell. I don't think James Conner plays, and Benny Snell might get, 25 touches.
I got to let you go here in a minute, but I always got to ask you this week because, everybody loves talking about those Ole Miss receivers. A.J. Brown, who went off, caught another touchdown, and, of course, D.K. Metcalf, who's playing with Russell Wilson. Both guys are looking great in the National Football League. Who do you like better this week?
I actually like Brown. Here's the thing. He's running the same amount of routes now as Corey Davis. Davis just doesn't get off. He just doesn't, obviously, you guys have seen enough of him. He's not making it happen. But Brown's the best playmaker. Here's a crazy stat about Ryan Tannehill. Since Week 7, when he took over full-time starter, only Lamar Jackson's averaged more fantasy points than Ryan Tannehill.
Hold on, are you joking?
He's been.
Are you serious?
He's rushing a lot. Yeah, no, he's got 3 straight weeks of 40 yards rushing.
Ryan
He's got 3
Tannehill.
rushing touchdowns left.
Oh,
I'm not kidding. Look it up.
To the rescue, man. They were.
Yeah,
Titans were feeling it when Mariota was starting, and that what he's been able to do is crazy.
What happened was they had a bye week. The week before the bye, they smoked the Kansas City defense. And this last week, they destroyed the Jaguars. A.J. Brown's eating a little bit. Obviously, Derrick Henry's going off. But
that's what I was getting ready to ask you. How high do you have Derrick Henry this week?
Oh, he's high. Let me see. Where do I have him?
Colorado, Washington high?
Yes, he's number 6 overall all skill players. That includes receivers, everything. So he's RB4. He's just a monster. He's going to get so much work is the thing. They don't give the ball to Deion Lewis. It's his show completely. I covered him in high school when he was a sophomore and junior in high school. He was 6'3", 225 then.
Unbelievable. I could talk with you all day, but Jim, I know you got stuff to do. It is Thanksgiving and all that good stuff. Thank you for joining me. And everybody, if you follow him on Twitter, if you watch ESPN, you see all of his work. But again, he is such a kind person. I promise you, he will actually, you actually respond to people, don't you?
I get back. It might not be the best advice in the world, but it's what I would do with my own team.
Dude, every single year I always do very well, and he's an underscore guy like me. He's at _ Jimmy McCormick. It's simple as that, at _ Jimmy McCormick. And when you see Josh, Andrew, Tony, Richardson with the check mark, you're at the right spot. Hey, have a happy Thanksgiving, and everybody go out there and win. Jim, thanks for always getting me into the playoffs.
Take care. Happy holidays, boys.
Thank you. That's Jim McCormick, the nicest in the world, at _ Jimmy McCormick. Again, I'm out here at Top Gun. I want to remind you, I'm going to be pulling out some drawings. People be going to get some winning. Yep, tickets and all kinds of good stuff because we love you. And don't forget, we're also giving away 30% off of your unbelievable Ferguson's barbecue. Plus, I got coupons just for walking in the door. You can get 30 minutes of free range time. That's right. Just come on in here, purchase 1 box of ammunition, bing, bang, boom, 30 minutes free range time. Plus, again, it's just $1 for their targets. This place is unbelievable. Again, it's a gun store. It's a range. It's a restaurant. And it's also the only place you can go full auto and experience what it's like to go full auto. They have a training academy, second to none in this whole planet. Classes for $75 to get your handgun permit. Plus, they have several advanced classes. And again, don't forget, it's a gun store. They're stocked, man. They got Ruger, Smith & Wesson. They got Glock. They got SIG. They got anything you can think of and more. All the top brands are right here. And remember Range USA? Oh, no more. It's now Top Gun. 24,000 square feet of the #1 indoor largest range, period. This is the Baller Shot Caller. Come out here to 2770 Whitten Road. You'll absolutely have a wonderful day. And don't forget, make sure you get some of that unbelievable Ferguson's barbecue. Top Gun, come and see me. I'll be pulling for a couple winners. Don't forget today, though, after my show, which will run till 3:30, we're going to Ole Miss, Penn State. Eli's going to be calling that bad boy. That thing's starting at 3:30. But I'll be out here at Top Gun till then. So whatever you do, come out and see me and don't touch that dial. Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Start your day with the Peter Edmiston Experience with CJ Hertz right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
Yo.
No matter what your past credit, no matter how much you want your trade, no matter if you tried to buy at another dealer and were turned down, Sunrise Buick GMC can get you financed. There's never been a better time to trade. Sunrise has hundreds of new vehicles and over $5 million in used car inventory, specializing in cars and trucks under $1,000. Sunrise has the lowest prices and will not be undersold. Bad credit.
Oh, no, I didn't see that. For real.
Check out the inventory and apply online at sunrisememphis.com. The November blowout sale going on now at all Sunrise locations. Covington Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville.
Right here, and then I guess mention that would be a good way to end
the holiday season is here, and it's time for our best offer of the year during the Ford Black Friday event. Now, for a limited time, get 20% estimated savings on select 2019 Ford models. You're ready, and so are we. Start the season off right, and don't wait to enjoy our best deal of the season. That is 20% estimated savings on select 2019 Ford models. The Ford Black Friday event ends soon, so hurry in today. Eligible on select 2019 model year vehicles. Vehicle must have arrived at dealer at least 61 days prior to the sale date. Estimated savings include an average dealer discount based on a sales survey of average discounts offered by Ford dealers nationally. Discount may vary. Dealer determines price. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by December 2nd, 2019. See participating dealer for complete details.
Williams Equipment and Supply, your Bobcat loader and excavator dealer, is #1 in compact construction equipment. With the highest market share, the largest inventory of equipment, attachments, and parts, the largest compact rental fleet, and the best technicians and the most locations, Williams Equipment is the undisputed leader. Find out why more people buy, lease, and rent Bobcat equipment from Williams Equipment than any other brand.
This is Cody Bumpus, your Bobcat specialist of North Mississippi. Call me for a demonstration and a finance quote at 901-508-8739.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test driven, checked out from head to toe, unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
You've heard of James Gaddis Jewelers, but have you heard what they've done lately? Everything, a tremendous selection of diamonds and jewels and gold and silver and more. Lots of watches, tons of custom-made jewelry, diamonds, fine gemstones, bracelets, necklaces, so many choices. Romantics will love the one-of-a-kind estate and vintage jewelry. James Gaddis has experts in wedding and engagement rings, plus 2 repair experts for fine watches and jewelry. Layaway and financing available. James Gaddis, local and family-owned. Whatever your dream, make it come true at James Gaddis Jewelers, 4900 Poplar.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Get over here!
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Mike's hot. Mike's hot. mic is hot. Your mic's
Used
hot.
to date my ma. What's up, y'all? Welcome back into a little bit of this. And I'm going to tell you something. If you come out here, you're going to have more than just a little bit of fun out at Top Gun. This is your buddy Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Because when you come out here, not only do you get to come out here and go to a place that is literally a full auto, real deal Holyfield, 24,000 square feet, the largest indoor range on planet Earth. But the people who work here, they love what they do. They walk in. When you walk in, they treat you with respect. They talk to you. They make sure you're safe. They're all professionals. They know what they're doing. They're going to make you comfortable. And when I say they know how to shoot a gun and they know how to to help you understand what, why guns are safe and how to make them safe and why you need them, et cetera, come out to Top Gun. You will absolutely be blown away, because I can promise you this. Their training academy is unequivocally second to none, period. Only $75. All you have to do, and next thing you know, you got your handgun permit. Come out here. Right now, I'm giving away 30 free minutes of range. All you have to do is buy a box of ammunition. Plus, I'll give you 30% off of Ferguson's Barbecue. Their food is out of control. But I will tell you one thing. We are going to have so much fun if you come out here, because you're going to laugh at me when I say this, and I'm being dead serious. This is almost like, I feel like it's a family atmosphere. I walk in the door, I'm greeted with a smile. Everybody's nice. Everybody I walk in talk with when I go and sit down and eat barbecue. I mean, this is a good southern place. Come on over here to 2770. That's right, 2770 Whitten Road. Previously Range USA is now as Top Gun. And again, it's been completely renovated. It's beautiful. It's awesome. Now, me and Gabe have talked about load management, haven't we, Gabe? Is there a reason to talk load management today, you think?
Yeah, there sure is.
Is it because of David Cobb talking about the nap? Did you see that tweet?
He talked about it with Greg earlier, too.
Yeah, I tweeted out. Did you see what I tweeted? I said, how appropriate, talking load management with David Cobb after he speaks of his nap. The question on everybody's mind, will David Cobb practice load management before his nap? Wake up, because players, writers, and those covering sports are now practicing load management. And then I did a little John. Yeah, Kawhi ain't playing, homie.
Kawhi is not playing tonight. The Clippers and the Grizzlies will face off at 7 p.m. at FedEx Forum. And that was the question: was he going to be playing?
No.
George and him, he won't.
You know he wasn't going to.
It's a back-to-back.
I was getting ready to say he played last night.
But,
and by the way, they
that's
smoked.
Actually good news for the Grizzlies.
Did you see who they smoked last night?
Yeah. They handled the Mavs.
Man, they made my man Luka look like they turned him out. That's what a defensive team like the Clippers can do, and a great coach. Wow, the Clippers looked really good. But guess what? We won't see them tonight. Unfortunately, that team, because Kawhi is out. He's not playing tonight. I just saw Rob Fisher, that's at the Fish Nation. I retweeted it. Kawhi will not be playing the Grizzlies, according to ESPN. Knee soreness is what they're saying. But I'm out at Top Gun, 2770. Come and see me. This is 24,000 square feet of absolutely indoor fun. It is it's just awesome. Check it out. And whatever you do, don't you dare touch that dial. I'm going to Paramount Sports on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM.
Heater trouble? Make your first call your last call. Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning and heating specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their special winter price for a heater tune-up is just $59, and 24-hour service is billed at normal rates. Your comfort is their highest priority. Contact airdoctorsofmemphis.com or call 901-598-HVAC.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, Protect My Car is announcing a low-cost extended service plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay nothing for auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay nothing for auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-706-7496 now. Drivers who are covered by Protect My Car will not have to pay for a covered repair bill again. This auto coverage is at an all-time low, much lower than what dealerships are charging. Additionally, drivers who activate this auto coverage today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and free car rental at no additional cost. Call Protect My Car for your free quick quote today. 800-706-7496. 800-706-7496. What do you have to lose? Again, 800-706-7496.
Dirt happens, as well as debris, dust, and damage. And when they happen to you, you need good, clean, fast service. You need Hilo Commercial Services. Hilo specializes in construction, commercial, food plant, and industrial cleaning with customized service just for you. Hilo is also an expert at high dusting to clean hard-to-reach places. When dirt happens, call Hilo Commercial Services, 901-277-6733, or visit HiloCommercial.com. Hilo Commercial Services, good, clean, and fast for you.
You'll see the dedication in every single step. You'll see it in the smiles when smiles are hard to get. You'll see it in the little things that add up to success. The caring and passion are the things that we love best.
Wolf Chase Limb Brace is your Mid-South provider for orthotics and prosthetics. They are an ADC accredited facility, and their practitioners are ADC certified. At Wolf Chase Limb Brace, their services include artificial limbs, legs and arms, braces of all kinds, and custom molded inserts. You can call them today at 901-507-7821 for their location on Highway 64 in between Germantown Parkway and Appling Road, or visit them at their new location in Jackson, Tennessee. That number is 731-660-5900, or visit them on the web at wolfchaselemonbrace.com.
Star Scotty McCreery will be at this year's AutoZone Liberty Bowl, and you want to be there too. This is it. This is now. The American Idol winner will perform at the President's Gala on December 30th at the Peabody and at halftime of the AutoZone Liberty Bowl game on December 31st. Get your tickets today by calling 795-7700. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office reminds you that fans don't let fans drive drunk.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home.
Check it out right here. Ladies and gentlemen, and now,
a man that eats meat so rare, he only eats unicorns. Johnny Harden.
Mike's hot.
Yo, 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 yo! Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. It is a happy hour, y'all. Do you realize that it's getting close to Thanksgiving? You're probably in the car, maybe head to Grandma's house. I don't know, maybe to... Who knows what you're doing, man? But I know you're going to be doing some fun, eating some turkey, some pumpkin pie. And by the way, anybody who says turkey is overrated... I want to bring you out here to... No, I'm just kidding, to Top Gun. That is crazy talk, man. Turkey overrated. There is absolutely no way that turkey can be overrated. I absolutely love turkey. And, Gabe, I got to ask you just real quick before I hop on with Lee. You're a turkey supporter, right?
Of course, man.
Okay.
Course.
It's like...
I mean, I like ham as well.
Well, see, I mean, I'm going to be honest. To me, turkey is a crucial part. But it's like the dressing, it's the gravy, it's the, casseroles, it's the pumpkin pie.
We had a caller the other day that said that their Thanksgiving meat of choice is actually venison.
Venison? Isn't that deer?
Yeah, I had never heard of that. But
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Turkey is not, I mean, you can say whatever you want about it, but, like, it's a Thanksgiving staple. You have to have it.
Yeah, I do have to say something though, man. Did you see where like 2 birds got pardoned or something? So now like they're not going to be cooked. I don't know. It just messed my head up. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's about to be even happier because we're about to give you some time to cash in. Everybody loves eating the turkey. They all like the dressings and the fixings, but I also like the gambling aspect. You know, tonight, the day before Thanksgiving, we got hoops going on. I got a man who's hot with hoops, but don't forget we got the Egg Bowl. Then soon following that on Friday, you got Memphis. Oh, yes, they're playing Cincinnati. We got Ohio State and Michigan this week. LSU, Texas A&M. The Iron Bowl with Alabama and Auburn. And guess who I have to talk about them? That's my man, Lee Sterling of Paramount Sport. Lee, you with me, brother?
Of course I am.
Man.
And I'm a turkey supporter.
That's my guy right there.
Okay, but I mean, I like it plain, but you can have 4, 5, 6 bites in a row, and then you got to have a lot of cranberry sauce.
Yes, I dig the cranberry sauce.
I like the gel. I'm an old school guy.
I am too.
Like it, you know?
No, I don't like it crunchy. I really don't. That's so funny that we're both like that. Yeah, I like it the old school way too.
And then you got to have like mashed potatoes.
Oh yes.
Beans, you know, like beans almondine. You got to have stuffing.
But
I like to have like 6 different things working.
But that's the whole thing where I said that's the dread. Like it's to me, it's all about because the turkey looks great in the middle, but there's like 20 side dishes, and that's where I get crazy with.
Okay, now I'm going to take it to another level. All right. So for desserts, I'm an old school guy, but I don't have like a whole piece of like pumpkin pie. I have a sliver pumpkin pie, sliver apple pie, sliver a pecan pie. And then from the time people get dessert until next 2-3 hours, and I'm just sitting there watching the Egg Bowl or watching the late NFL game, I will have my daughter makes me a banana cream pie and a blueberry pie.
You know how to live,
I
Lee.
probably have 2 or 3 dishes. And when the wife comes to me about 8 o'clock looking for my help doing anything, I am done.
Oh gosh!
I couldn't stand up and walk 20 yards.
What about sweet potato pie? Y'all like the sweet potato pie?
Oh, I do.
Of course, I forgot about that. That's my mom makes that. So we had someone who used to stay with her when she was a little kid, and made it sweet potato pie with the marshmallows.
Oh yes,
right?
Me too.
Oh.
Every year.
And then you got to have the bread to dunk everything around, too.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the breads. Oh, yes.
You guys got to come down to South Florida.
Man.
There's nothing like. So we have 10 TVs around the house.
Oh, yes.
3 in the man cave.
I love it.
And eating, watching sports. There's usually a basketball game. My nephew's usually going at it on the basketball court. And that's it. It's just an eating orgy and talking sports.
I love it, man. And you know what? Now it's time to talk some sports because guess what? We have huge ones.
Come down and play Miami.
Man, I'm telling you, this year I have a feeling. I don't know how you have a feeling. I have a feeling they might be playing in the Cotton Bowl. We'll see, though. But it would be awesome. But I want to remind everybody that Lee is he's on a 16-4 run right now. He's in Fuego. All you have to do is simply call 800-400-9741. It's very simple. Or just go to ParamountSports.com, watch some of his videos, get comfortable with him, then give him a call. But you know what? You better hop on quickly because the games do start tomorrow, and this is a week to play. What games we have, Lee? Oh, my goodness.
What we call it the Turkey Shootout.
The Turkey Shootout.
Turkey Shootout. It's 15 games from tomorrow through Sunday. And we've had some 13-2 and 12-3 records, so now's the time. Normally it's $197. I slashed the price this year. Just $97 for all 15 games.
Man, that's love. That's love. That's love, people. And speaking of love, man, Ohio State hadn't given Harbaugh any love at all. And I don't see a lot of love coming from Justin Fields, to be honest with you. But I do have to say something. I've seen a heck of an improvement from Shea Patterson.
Yeah.
I've seen a heck of improvement from this team. And the one thing I can say, their wide receivers could give could give maybe that secondary and those linebackers for Ohio State maybe some fits if Shea has a hot hand. My question is, This is a whole lot of ifs, ands, and buts, and what is that all saying? Oh, I don't think I can say it on the air, but you know what I mean. Is there any chance that Harbaugh gets off the schneid and beats Ohio State?
Okay, so here's the X factor in this game. It's the weather. Now, if you remember when Michigan played Notre Dame, weather was horrible.
Yep.
Michigan, it looked like they were playing like on a 55-degree sunny day. Notre Dame was bothered by it. They could do absolutely nothing. It was domination. So if the weather is real bad, then I'm probably staying off the game. If the weather's okay, maybe a light drizzle, it's in the mid to upper 30s, then I think Ohio State's the right side. They fumbled 3 times last week. That was uncharacteristic. They only had 9 offensive turnovers all season. Whatever Shea Patterson does, Josh Fields does so much better. 35 touchdowns, only 1 interception. Nice running backs for Michigan, 2 complimentary guys, but they're not J.K. Dobbins, who averages 6.6 yards per carry. The weather's good. I'm going to wait until about 5 or 10 minutes before the game. If it's okay, I'm pulling the trigger. Ohio State 31-20 over Michigan.
Ooh, Ohio State 31-20. Michigan, Jim Harbaugh, he goes down again as usual, and guess what? CJ will be again in tears. Poor CJ. Now, this is the thing that fascinates me. I still haven't figured out. I feel like the committee is just messing with everybody's head. They jumped Ohio State before they played Michigan. LSU still has the stronger strength of schedule. They still went to Alabama and won. They fall somehow, and now they play Texas A&M. Is there any way that this, Ed Orgeron could use this as motivation? I mean, I know it's from 1 to 2, but it is somewhat of a slight. Does Texas A&M get slapped in the face by Joe Burrow, Ed Orgeron, and company?
Oh, I think he's telling his troops all about it. Remember, telling them this is the last game we lost. And just shows you the type of programs there. You know what Texas, I don't know if you heard about this. Last year when they won 74-72, they printed shirts, and on the back, A&M fans, it said, "Not in our house." I mean, really? You're going to print a T-shirt, give up 72 points, not in our house? So you won the game, but it wasn't like it was that impressive, especially with the defense. So here's the problem. If you want to beat LSU, you got to control the clock. And A&M last week against Georgia, They could run some. They had a shot. They were -1 rushing yards in the game. Against Auburn and Alabama, couldn't run the ball here. So if this was the first game of their 2-game road trip, then maybe. But the second game here, I think it's going to be tough for them to hold out. And, I mean, this LSU offense is averaging 7.95 yards per snap. LSU pulls away late 42-20.
I am so with you, and I don't even know if it might be that close, Lee, and I'm just saying this because I really feel like, Georgia, I'm starting to just think they are just overrated. Their defense is the real deal, but their offense just can't get it going. They couldn't put Texas A&M away last week. I think Joe Burrow shows Texas A&M what a real offense does. Now, the Iron Bowl. Holy cow. When have we seen it a 3.5-point favorite? Ay. This thing is tight as can be. Is there any chance that Alabama can go out there and continue? Is Steve Sarkisian going to be talked about after the Iron Bowl as possibly the savior because he is now, they have moved on from Tua? Is there any chance that this happens? Or does Bo Nix stand up and say, not in my house?
So, in the last 5 years, the closest line was 5 points. And that game, the game was at Auburn. Auburn wins the game 26-14. I don't know if you know this, but whenever Auburn has been ranked at home against Alabama, Alabama's never beaten them. So, we don't know what Alabama has. We don't know what Mac Jones can do.
Mac Daddy Jones.
Yeah. He looked great against Arkansas. He looked great against not Western Kentucky, Western Carolina, who gave up 60 and 59 points to FCS opponents in September and October. Auburn's defense has allowed no more than 23 points, and that was to LSU, maybe one of the best offenses we've seen in the last 25, 30 years. So I don't think we've seen the best for Auburn on their defense. I think they can even play better. think their offense, getting Whitlow back at running back,
Ooh.
probably close to 100% now. That's a difference. Just like when Ali...
You pulling this?
Liston. You know what they said, didn't you?
No.
What was the call when they knocked down Liston?
Oh, I have no idea. Down goes Liston. Unbelievable. Down goes Bama.
Saban. Down
wow.
goes Saban. Auburn outright 27-23.
I'm about to lose it. I love it. I was thinking it, but I didn't have the, to pull the trigger. I needed to hear somebody because the line is so low. It feels like they're begging you in Las Vegas. And I'm like, wait a second. Bo Nix now, he's almost played a full season. He ain't Mac Jones, just basically a newbie. So, and Auburn's defense has been very, very good. Plus, they're at home. I love the pick. Now, this is the one that I'm scared to ask you about.
I don't think they played up to their potential yet. I think this will be the game.
I'm with you. Now, this is the one I'm so scared to ask you about. I talked about it in the very first segment. I'm a little bit excited, you could say. I'm also a little bit anxious, you could say. Might have a little anxiety issue going. I believe in Brady White. I believe in that offensive line opening up holes with Taylor and Gainwell and anybody you put back there, Gibson. I believe that those weapons out there are out of control. And I just think this Memphis offense is playing at a different level, and people don't even realize that Cincinnati, as much as everybody talks about their defense, Memphis is actually ranked higher defensively than Cincinnati. And then I don't see, no offense, I look at that Cincinnati defense, I don't see that Central Florida defense from a few years ago, and I definitely don't see a Mackenzie Milton on Cincinnati. I think Memphis goes big, but what saith the man, the prophet, the teller of truth, Lee Sterling?
So I think this is a really unique situation. Now, it's happened a few times before. Last year, UAB, they went in the Southern Miss game, and if they lose the game, they're out. So what do? They win the game, and then they come back. Well, they won big, and then they came back and still won the conference championship the week later. So if Memphis wins, they also do host next week, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So I think they've got everything to play for.
Me too.
I just think their offense is too high-powered. They're averaging 42 points a game. I'm not in love with the Cincinnati defense of late here. You got the number 7 quarterback in the country in pass efficiency. Ritter's been good, but not on the road the last 2
No.
18 for 43 for 140 yards here. Mike Norvell, his team's at home here, 11-4-1 spread at the Liberty Bowl here. I'm going to lay it here. I like Memphis big. I think they win this game here, 45-24.
I love it. Mike is going to go crazy. My man Mike is going to go bananas. I think KG is going to go crazy. DeMonte Cox is going to catch a couple touchdowns. Brady White's going to look beautiful. And we are going to celebrate Friday night like we're going out of style. Now, you know the National Football League is a very, very interesting league. And right now, Derrick Henry is running like an absolute madman. I couldn't believe this. Ryan Tannehill, since he's been inserting into the starting lineup, has been one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm almost like, what is going on in this world? The way they embarrassed the Jags last week, holy cow. They're just, that stiff arm Henry just did, just running down the sideline, was just like throwing that dude away. Get away from me. It was hilarious. And now they're playing Indianapolis. But Indianapolis actually has a pretty good defense. Indianapolis also has a very interesting offense. I can't quite put. I love their offensive line. Can't tell if I'm a Mac fan. Can't tell if I'm a big Brissett fan. But somehow they're winning games. What saith the slayer of lines, Lee Sterling?
So I think you keep riding this Tennessee team. Indianapolis is not the same team without Mac at running back, and T.Y. Hilton. You saw him last week. He is just not the same right now. He's probably playing at 75-80%, and you see, Jacoby Brissett needs everyone intact to be successful, so he just can't carry a team here. And Tannehill just gives him everything. We thought that Marcus Mariota was the guy, but throws a little bit better pass, a little bit better runner, and the team right now is believing in him. So I'm not going to buck him here. And right now in Nashville, it's the Predators have kind of hit the skids, and Vandy is being Vandy. So Tennessee is the right call here. 27-17 over Indy.
You know what? I kind of think you might like this one. I think people might also like this. I think there could be a Tennessee two-step because I also think the Vols beat the brakes off the Commodores. They kind of They owe it for him for the last few years, and plus Jeremy Pruitt's actually got this team rolling in the right direction, and I don't see how that secondary for Vandy even plays Tennessee's wide receivers. I think that could get ugly. So
they used to have, I mean, the thing that kept Vandy in games, not against top-tier teams, but against teams was they always had decent quarterbacks and a great defense.
Mm-hmm.
Now they've got neither.
No, they don't. They really don't. Poor Derek Mason. He's looking at that team going, damn. But you know what the game of the week is? Kentucky and Louisville. You can get that just 800-400-9741. It's easy peasy. What you doing, top 10 callers?
Yeah, top 10 callers, and this is an underrated rivalry. I mean, it is really starting to get ugly here. So going to be interesting. What's Louisville going to do? No one yet has stacked the box and put 8 guys there, and Kentucky keeps running. So look for that when you're watching the game. They stack the box. They got a shot. If not, Kentucky may keep running here, and it's SEC versus ACC. You want to get the game? First 10 callers, 800-400-9741. How about this one? A 16-4 run the last 2 weeks. You want to come on board. It's our most popular thing that we run every single year. Everyone's waiting for it.
$97, Lee. Come on.
It's the world's famous turkey shootout. 15 games from tomorrow through Sunday. $97. You can get it right now, ParamountSports.com.
15 games, $97, ParamountSports.com. Are you kidding me? I love the turkey shootout. Call them at also 800-400-9741. Lee, I hope you have the most amazing Thanksgiving. I hope we all get rich like we all want to. And I'm going to tell you one thing. You enjoy all the turkey and all the fixings and all that good stuff, but I will make sure you call about 8 in the morning. You know, all the plays are usually about 8 o'clock Eastern. Is that how it is?
Make it up somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it, but every morning at 8 o'clock Eastern, you got those plays out. Hey, Lee, take care of yourself, man. I know you've been kicking it 16-4 run as of late. Keep it going. It is the world famous turkey shootout for only $97.
Yeah, and I want to wish Johnny, you and your family and all the staff that you have and all the listeners out there, happy and healthy Thanksgiving. We have a lot to be thankful for.
Man, you're exactly right. Thank you, Lee, man. Take care of yourself. Okay. Goodbye.
Care,
That's a great guy right there. Lee Sterling, check him out. I'm telling you, he's on a run last week. And by the way, if you listen to the show, he went 5-0 on this picks last week on the ones he gave you for free. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Now, I got to also talk here with a couple people over at Top Gun. I'm so excited because I want to remind y'all, I am out here at 2770 Witten Road, which is, by the way, previously Range USA. It's now changed to Top Gun. They now have a new training academy. It's second to none in the nation. You can get your handgun permit for only $75. Plus, they have several other advanced classes. And I'm gonna brag on this place a little bit. And then don't take this the wrong way to my employees. I love all of y'all, but these people literally, I love my job. I have the best job in the whole wide world. I think everybody out here, I've never seen a place where people come out here and literally everybody, when you walk in, greet you with a smile. They love their jobs. Everybody in here is happy. The food feels like it's made with love. I love Ferguson's barbecue. Go over into the Range. It is so safe. Everything here is safe. You can also rent full-on machine guns. It's the only full auto place that I know of within 300 miles. You can rent semi-auto for only $15 or less. They have handguns. It's also a fully loaded, and I'm not joking with you, when I say a fully loaded, they are stocked and loaded. This is a gun store. They got Ruger. They got Smith Wesson. They got SIG. They got Glock. They got anything that's right now that's popular. They got it. Whatever you want, what you're looking for, Colt, you can think of it. Come on out here. Top Gun has you covered. There's 24,000 square feet of nothing but indoor fun. And it's a range. It's a restaurant. It's a gun store. And it's also the only full auto. And again, training second to none. But I'm going to be back in just a second. I'm going to take a quick time out. I'm bringing on somebody very, very special who actually teaches most of these classes. He teaches a lot of these classes. Teaches the handgun. Oh, definitely teaches the advanced classes. That's for sure. You're going to get to listen to him talk about Top Gun. Plus, on the other side, we're pulling 2 pair of tickets. That's right, 2 pair of tickets plus parking pass to the Tigers. That's right. You know who they're playing? Cincinnati, Saturday. Friday. Real deal Holyfield. It's going down for real. And it's also, by the way, I would like to remind you, this thing is, unfortunately, if you can't make it, it will be carried by ABC. You can always listen, of course, the wonderful people over at 600. But Memphis tonight, Memphis and Cincinnati, the winner of that, I think, is going to be first in the group of 5, meaning that, Boise State sitting at 20, Cincinnati at 19, and Memphis at 18. Memphis wins. Memphis wins again. I think they're Cotton Bowl bound. Again, Friday, November 2:30. Make sure you're at the Liberty Bowl. Giving away 2 pair of tickets in just a second. So whatever you do, don't you dare touch that dial. And if you've already put your name in the box, make sure you keep it locked to Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
When you're in need of quality jeans, shirts, and boots, think Frontier Western Store in Olive Branch. Frontier has thousands of square feet of merchandising at everyday low prices. Tons of jeans by Carhartt, Wrangler, and Ariat. Whether you're after classic denim jeans, dungarees, or work pants, you'll find them among Frontier's amazing selection of stylish modern fits. Flame-retardant jeans and shirts now available as well. Colder weather is on the way, and Frontier is prepared with overalls, coats, and fleece jackets. Women's Sherpa jackets by Simply Southern starting just $29.99. Don't forget the boots. Frontier boasts dozens and dozens of styles of boots, work, dress, or play. Come try on the latest boot trends as well as proven classics, Ariat, Durango, Dan Post, and many, many more. You are guaranteed to find your next favorite pair at Frontier. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, or shop online 24/7 at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated since 1967.
Pop the top on your next party. 34 North Cocktails. Available in Memphis now. Great for Football Grove parties, around the hunting campfire, and when you get home, entertain friends. Pop a premium can of Barrel Thief. Tastes just like an old-fashioned Barrel Thief made with aged bourbon, bitters, a hint of orange, a touch of vanilla, 15% ABV. Then, for you vodka lovers, try Sneaky Pucker, a refreshing lemonade premium vodka cocktail, 12.5% ABV. Made with super premium vodka, lavender, simple syrup, and lemonade. Delicious and smooth. Let the party begin with 34 North Cocktails.
Come to Holly Chevrolet in Marion to take advantage of end-of-year savings. Right now, save over $9,400 off MSRP on the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. The all-new 2019 Chevy Silverado Double Cab LT Z71 All-Star Edition. Or get a great deal during their Black Friday sales event. Take 20% off MSRP on select 2019 Traverse, Impala, Malibu, Cruise, and more. Stop by today and check out Holly's large selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs ready for you to enjoy. And at Holly Chevrolet, it's a no-pressure, no-hassle environment. As a matter of fact, there's no Badgers. And never pay a dock fee. Find new roads at exit 14 off I-55 in Marion, just 15 minutes from downtown Memphis, and online at hollychevrolet.com.
2019 Chevy Silverado Double Cab LT Z71 All-Star, stock number N3607. 20% off MSRP on select models only. All discounts, rebates, and incentives are included and applied. And qualified finance with GM Financial over 2005 on the original product. Prices include tax, tag, title, and registration. Take delivery by Lily 3019. See dealer for details.
This Black Friday, Shop Till You Drop takes on a whole new meaning because mind-blowing offers are dropping now only at Ulta Beauty. Find new faves with sampler kits from fragrance, cosmetics, skincare, and more at 50% off. And for under $20, you can snag the exclusive Mario Badescu masking kit, Too Faced lashes and lips kit, Morphe Catch My Eye brush set, and more. So hurry into Ulta Beauty now for Black Friday deals and get ready to give, gather, and glow. Ulta Beauty, the possibilities are beautiful.
I'm here with the great Pat Donahue from the Rendezvous Restaurant Shipping Department.
Thanks, Brett. We've been shipping our ribs all over the country now for decades from our USDA-inspected shipping kitchen in the Pinch District. We hand-cook our ribs in pits that Mr. Charlie built over charcoal, just like they do at the restaurant.
What comes in a rib box?
We could do pork shoulder, we could do ribs, our sauce, seasoning, baked beans, coleslaw. We'll even throw in Pancho's cheese dip with our nacho boxes. We also put a bag of Rendezvous seasoned popcorn, heating instructions, some chef hats, some wet naps. We ship our ribs overnight, exclusively FedEx. And we don't ever want to use styrofoam, so we use corrugated cardboard, actually 2 boxes that fit nice together, so the ribs get to you, your loved ones, or your clients in a safe, wholesome manner.
Are y'all gearing up at the Rendezvous for the holiday season?
We've got ribs, shoulders, nacho boxes. We're stacking them high. The elves are working hard getting ready for the Christmas season. You can go to www.hogsfly.com or give us a call at 1-888-464-7359.
Charlie Burgos' Rendezvous Restaurant in the alley since 1948.
Heater trouble? Make your first call your last call. Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning and heating specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their special winter price for a heater tune-up is just $59, and 24-hour service is billed at normal rates. Your comfort is their highest priority. Contact airdoctorsofmemphis.com or call 901-598-HVAC.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Let's go! This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home. Here's Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Many a hand has scaled the grand old face of the plateau. Some belong to strangers and some to folks you know. Holy Ghost and talk show hosts are planted in the sand. Beautify the foothills, shake the many hands. Nothing on the top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated book about birds. See a lot up there, but don't be scared.
Mike's hot.
When you got words.
What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I am your sports mixologist, John Harden. Oh, guess what, Gabe? He's back at, the Family Leisure Studios where family and fun come together. And you know where that is, 2120 Witten Road, not far from where I'm at. See, Gabe's out at the Family Leisure Studio. I'm over at Top Gun. I'm at 2770 Witten Road, previously Range USA. I'm at Top Gun, which is 24,000 square feet. It is one of the largest indoor ranges in the country. It is 100% automatic. You can rent semi-auto. You can rent a machine gun. Get your guns out here because guess what? It's a gun store and they're fully loaded. They got Ruger. They got Colt. They got Smith & Wesson. They got SIG. They got anything you can think of. They got it. All the brands, they're ready for you. They're loaded and ready to go. But the main thing is, their barbecue is also, I could say that's one of the main things because, buddy, I sure love that barbecue. But you know what? Their training academy is second to none. They have a hand glove and permanence class for only $75. That's unbelievable. And you get to take it with one of the best around. That's right, the wonderful Will Dugan, who is out here. He's the director of training and safety out here at Top Gun. He's going to join us. He's also a guy who does very, very many of their advanced classes. Everybody out there knows Will Dugan, and if you're in the gun world, you know who Will Dugan is. But we are out at Top Gun, and before I get into all the other stuff, I do want to say one quick thing. Before I bring on Will, I did want to mention this. We're about to give away a couple tickets to the Tiger and Cincinnati football game. It is huge. We also got a parking pass. Mike Brewer is going to be here in just a second and pull those out. And we're going to give out the person. My man's going to sign up right here. I can see people rushing over there to sign up to get those tickets. But we're going to pull those out in just a minute. Somebody's going to win. But before I do this, I did want to ask my buddy Will. And I usually would talk to Will about, Top Gun and a bunch of shooting stuff. But I wanted to ask Will, man. And Will's a logical man. Me and him have had a logical argument up here earlier today. It was a lot of fun. We were talking about the fair pay to play, and I was getting, me and him were going back and forth, and we were having fun.
I thought you were using logic.
No. Yeah, no. This is going to be fun. This is where I want to try to use logic.
All right.
I want to know, do you think the playoff committee is messing with us? Because before LSU even plays Michigan, they jump LSU? I'm like, wait a second, what's going on? You barely beat a Penn State team. And I mean, okay, let's say it's not barely, but a 28-17 win over Penn State doesn't make you jump LSU after LSU just dropped Arkansas by, 56-20?
And don't forget they beat the pants off Alabama.
At Bryant-Denny.
And what was Alabama ranked at the time?
Number one in the country.
Not number one in the SEC. Well, they were, but not number one in the mediocre 10, not number one in the Pac-12, number one in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
And here LSU rolls them, And thank you very little. I don't understand. What else do you have to do to prove you're number one?
I want you to think about this. This is LSU. LSU they dropped 55-3 Georgia Southern. They dropped Texas 45-38. Then they go and beat Vanderbilt 66-38. Utah State with Jordan Love. They beat Florida, who was ranked 7th in the country, 42-28. Mississippi State 36-13. Auburn, who was 9th at the time, 23-20 in a good game. Then they beat Alabama the very next week in Bryant-Denny. Then they beat Ole Miss. Then they beat Arkansas. And you're going to tell me that because Ohio State beat Penn State, who just lost to Minnesota 28-17. They moved to number one. I'm not going to sit here and say that maybe Ohio State isn't the best. I like Justin Fields. I think he's one of the greatest things since sliced bread. But LSU has done more, in my opinion. What saith the great Will Dugan?
What else do you have to do? No kidding. What else do you have to do? You have beaten all those. You just listed them all. I'm not going to do them again. Massive victories against the best teams in the country. And Ohio State has played Rutgers.
I mean, I literally was kind of laughing when I looked at it. They beat Michigan State. Who cares? Everybody beat Michigan State.
Yeah.
Wisconsin is not all that great. We watched them lose to Illinois. I mean, I still don't even know how that happened. And then Penn State again, you beat them 28-17. You don't cover the spread, so that have aggravated me right there. And Penn State just lost to Minnesota. So, like, I don't know what they've done. You know what's kind of crazy? Their most impressive win to me right now, and I know it's because Memphis is playing Cincinnati, is they did beat Cincinnati 38-7.
But here's the advantage Ohio State has. They play a powder puff schedule, year in, year out. They get to rest their guys. They keep their guys healthy. But in the SEC, especially in the West, anybody can reach up and tap anybody at any time. Little Ole Miss 15 years ago reach up and tap number 3 Florida and made Timmy Tebow cry.
No, I remember that.
What else do you want? It is from top to bottom, typically, now, not always, but typically top to bottom, thorough. And you have to be able to you have to show up every single week. You can rest your people at Ohio State. You can come into the playoffs now healthy. You can come to the bowl games healthy because you'll be able to rest your guys. That ain't the way it is in the SEC West.
Now, you know what it is? I'm about to do right now, and I'm very fired up because Mike Brewer is now here, and guess what it's time to do? Because I got my man Will Dugan at Top Gun. He's sitting out here. I'm hanging out at Top Gun, 24,000 square feet. The largest indoor range in the country, 2770 Whitten Road. Man, sorry, I hope you got out here and filled it out because we're giving 2 pair of tickets to Memphis, Cincinnati. This is the biggest game in the history, plus a parking pass. And the winner is, I'm pulling out a name. And it is Terry Garrett. And Terry Garrett, and your number I won't give out on the air because that'd be hilarious. Everybody will start calling. But Terry Garrett, you need to get on up here to Top Gun because guess what? You're going to Memphis, Cincinnati with a parking pass, and you are going to have one beautiful, beautiful day because Memphis is going to dominate. I can already tell. I feel it. One more pair. Make sure, when are we going to pick them up?
Friday morning. They close here at 3:30.
Yeah, we're going to pick them up Friday morning. Here's what we're going to do. Pick them up Friday morning at Sports 56. You know where Sports 56 is. Oh, pick them up here? Sorry, my brain's not working. I thought you were saying because they were – my bad. Pick them up Friday morning right here at 2770 Whitten Road at Top Gun. Get your tickets, Terry. Come on out here. Top Gun, 2770 Whitten Road. And guess who else is going to win? Mr. Mathis. Is that D'Anthony? Looks like D'Anthony. Is it Anthony or D'Anthony? If that's an A, man, I can't tell. Or is it D'Anthony? I'm going to say D'Anthony Mathis. You won. Yeah, we'll go with D'Anthony because he says his email's got D. So, D, Mr. Mathis, you have also won. Come out here to 2770 Whitten Road. Come out here on Friday morning. Pick these bad boys up. You can meet my man, maybe Will Dugan out here, who's the director of training and safety. You can come out here and check out their semi-auto rentals for only $15 or less. You can rent even a machine gun. You can do all kinds of things out here. Whatever you do, though, when you come out here to get your parking passes, when you come out here to get your tickets, make sure, I'm serious, you're going to laugh at me, get some barbecue. I ain't joking, man. I don't know if there's anything more fun than going out there and capping a few rounds, feeling the feeling like you hit the target, made some really good shots, maybe kind of grew a little bit this day, and then you go out there and celebrate with some good old barbecue. Well, that's what you can do out here at Top Gun. 24,000 square feet of fun. Come on out here and check it out. Will Dugan, by the way, being the director of training, safety, and all that good stuff, and I know you take your job extremely serious, but I got to ask you this, and this is also a personal question because I got to figure out some managing techniques from you. How is it that you got everybody when they walk in the door? How come everybody has such a smile on their face?
Well, we're passionate about what we do. We love it. Every man and woman on this staff absolutely loves being here. They love taking people and letting them learn to shoot safely and properly to be able to defend themselves, or just for pure recreation shooting. Everybody here loves doing that. So when you love what you do, it is not real difficult to put a smile on your face when people walk in the door.
Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? And I'm going to tell you something. That's why I think Top Gun is better than any place that I've ever been to. One, it is the largest indoor range in the country that I've been into. Two, it has the best barbecue you will ever eat, especially, it's the best barbecue, period, but come into a range, it's the best barbecue for sure. But this thing is, again, it's indoor, and it is fully loaded and stocked. Like, it's a full spectrum gun place. And what I mean by that is you can come out here and you can try out a semi-auto or a full auto. You can try out your handguns. Then don't forget, this is also... Yes, it is a store. They sell everything out here. That means you can go out there and say, I want to check out your Smith & Wesson or your Colt. What's the difference in a Ruger or a SIG? Find out the difference, because guess what? The people here, they know the difference, and they're going to find something that makes you feel comfortable, something that doesn't have a lot of kickback in the coil, because you want to hit your target. Isn't that the key? Hitting your target?
Yeah, but there's no point in shooting without that.
That's the truth, isn't it?
The whole goal is to hit what you're aiming at.
That is the goal, and that's why you got to come out here and you got to take my man Will Dugan's class. He's the director of training and safety, and again, like I said, every person out here loves what they do, and you will feel it. It's infectious, and I'm telling you, Ferguson's, they cook with love, baby. Now, one more thing before I go, because me and Mr. Dugan were having a wonderful discussion, and I love this. And I don't know, I think he thinks we disagree, but I think we agree more than he actually knows. He mentioned something about he doesn't think players should be paid. And I said, you know what? The Fair Pay to Play Act is not about getting payers paid. Like, the university is not going to pay them. I'm here, and just so Mr. Dugan understands where I'm coming from, I think that if you have a very large group of young men who get free college, and that's great, and I want them to, and they make tons of money, and, presidents are making, millions. I don't know why. What's his name? Making millions. Don't even get me started on the head of the NCAA. But what I'm basically trying to say is it hasn't helped with all the money that the athletics departments have made. The cost of education has risen for all the regular students.
Absolutely.
And I don't understand that.
But that's a separate issue.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I feel like it shouldn't be a separate issue, because we do separate the athletic department. We separate the communications department.
College tuition has shot up is not because of athletics.
Oh, no, it's because of that's what I'm saying, though. But there has to be a new way, and that's what I'm saying. One of the new ways to look at it is, how about take, instead of this, billions of dollars of revenue, instead of every 2 years redoing a locker room.
Absolutely.
Why don't we pay our teachers a little bit of money?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's a different issue, though. Mm-hmm. The issue is not, should kids make money? Should kids get their tuition knocked down? Should tuition be cheap? I got kids in college. I got another one going next year.
It's expensive, yeah.
Oh, you're telling me. Thank goodness the school he is going to really likes poor people, so yay for me. But where does it end is my problem. Do you pay the soccer players? Do you pay the women's third-string goalie?
And that's why I say you just make it. I love the reason I like the fair pay to play, and it's not because payers are getting played. They're just opening up and saying the NCAA can't punish a kid for saying, "Hey, Nike, you think I'm so good? You want to give me a shoe deal? Cool." If you're a great programmer, you can go work for Google or Apple. I'm just going to let this is capitalism. This is America. I'll let the free market let it go where it may.
But if we're going to take that road, then you have to look at Title IX.
Title IX's been a massive failure.
Oh.
Ask all the ladies that have. Trust me, I work at the university, and I've talked to them.
But if not for women getting equal opportunity.
That's the key, theoretically.
And that's right. Everything in universities are theoretically.
That's another good point by you, Mr. Dugan.
I would like to talk my Uncle John. If you ever get to meet my Uncle John, he's a delightful fellow, brilliant man. He said, when you try to solve a complex problem with a simple solution, you will generally get 180 degrees the opposite result you're looking for. And he's right. And if we simply make that one tweak and hope that fixes it, I bet you it not only doesn't fix it, it makes it worse. You've got to figure out how to make it's not right. Don't get me wrong. You got kids whose parents can't pay their water bill, and they're out here making millions of dollars for colleges and universities. There's got to be a way to be more equitable about it. But we can't just simply say we're going to pay people and that'll make it right.
Well, I see. That's where I'm not saying. I'm just basically saying the NCAA has basically it's out. It's an organization it's outdated. It is out.
The NCAA,
the university has grown. It has nothing to do. I mean, they come out and tell James Wiseman already. They have now. It's taken them 300 some odd days to do another person's appeal. But with James Wiseman, they already come out and say, the Division I Committee on Student Athletes reinstatement upheld the staff's decision regarding University of Memphis student athlete James Wiseman. He is eligible to return to competition on January 12th. Everything what I'm saying with the NCAA is arbitrary, and if you're going to be a university and you're supposedly being fair and your mission statement is to help student athletes, I think you would want to help student athletes instead of hurt them.
I'll go further than that. An organization's primary goal, any organism's goal, is to grow and expand. And the NCAA is a living creature, just like anything else. And their first obligation is to the institution. And they're doing everything they can to cover the institution's rear end and make it more powerful.
I'm going to tell you right now, are you listening to my man Will Dugan make all this logic and this sense? Do you hear the passion and the love? That's why you come out to Top Gun. My man Will Dugan, he's the director of training and safety. He has nothing but love for this place, and I'm going to tell you about Top Gun again. Will,
yes, sir.
When you started working here, would you just say, in all honesty, is this one of your favorite places you've ever worked in your life?
You know, I love my time here. I love every moment I'm here. Like every other new business, we're sorting things out and getting better every day, but I cannot imagine having a better group of guys and gals to be around that are driven and passionate about the shooting sports. They don't do it for love of money. They do it for love of the sport. I have the best instructor staff you can imagine, and they show up every single time. You were talking earlier about staffing and the problems. I don't have that problem.
No. I walk in here and everybody, like I said, this is crazy. Every person, when I walk in, they introduce me with a smile. And by the way, they don't know who I am or I work. They're all like, hey, how can I help you? I'm like, I'm actually here to do the radio. Oh, okay. Another person, hey, how are you? Can I help you?
I have guys and gals that teach for me week in, week out, who run the RSO program, who walk up and down the aisles to make sure everybody's safe. I send out one email, and I have to turn people away who are here to help.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And by the way, I'm going to tell you something. I'm serious as a heart attack. If you want to get serious and comfortable, if you want to feel safe in your home, if you have a firearm and you're scared of it, you really need to come out here and take Will's class. I'm going to tell you right now, it's $75 just to get your handgun permit. You can take advanced classes. Everything out here is so unbelievably fair. It's ridiculous. You can rent a semi-automatic for $15 or less and go test drive that bad boy. Or like I said, you can even rent machine guns. I mean, you can do anything you want. One of the best and largest, if not it's the best gun store I've ever been to. The greatest range you have ever been to. And it's got Will Dugan teaching classes, baby. Come out here to Top Gun, and again, it's 2770 Witten Road. You will absolutely go bananas, and don't forget to try some of that Ferguson's barbecue, my man. Now, we'll be right back because we got two more segments. I'm going to tell you a little thing. Me and Gabe are going to do a couple picks, and then guess what we're going to do? Take this thing out to Hardenwood before we go to Penn State and Ole Miss. Whatever you do, Sports 56, 87.7, and, of course, 96.1.
Sports Time with Rollo and Stouts. Every weekday afternoon from 3 till 6. Right here on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. For over 25 years, Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 has been bringing you great local sports talk. With 13 hours of local talk daily, we continue to be Memphis's local sports leader. The day starts with Keith Parker and Elliot Wender on the press box from 6 to 7, followed by the Peter Edmiston Experience with C.J. Hurt from 7 to 10. Sports 56 middays with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy takes you through lunch from 10 until 1. And then, John Harden brings you Johnny Radio's Happy Hour from 1 to 3. Dave Woloshin and Brett Norsworthy drive you home every afternoon with Sports Time with Wolo and Stats from 3 till 6. And John Rennie wraps up the day with Southern Sports Report from 6 to 7 before we turn things over to Fox Sports Radio to get you through the evening. We also bring you Ole Miss sports, NFL football, and the NCAA basketball tournaments. Don't miss anything. Keep your radio locked in right here on Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
The Starlight Lounge presents An Evening with the Progressive Box.
I took a bit of a risk singing that song, but of course the one place I never take chances is the road, where Progressive Snapshot rewards your safe driving. A good driver plus Snapshot equals big discounts. And speaking of math, 1 + 1 = 2, little too late.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California, North Carolina, or from all agents.
Hewlett & Dunn, nestled on Old Town Square in Collierville, has 4,000 square feet of the largest boot selection in 200 miles. International boot legends Luke Casey, Double H, Red Wing, Ariat, Justin, and Tony Lama. Hewlett & Dunn has rubber hunting boots by Dry Shod and recently has expanded the selection of safety work boots. Filson Hunting Gear, biggest selection in 3 states, and now carrying Duckhead. Western wear, hunting attire, jeans, belts, hats, and more at 111 North Center Street, Collierville on Old Town Square. You need to stop by Hewlett & Dunn? You bet your boots.
Hi, I'm Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. If you need a roof for your home or business, we hope to hear from you and we will work hard to earn your business. We are experts and certified in residential and commercial roofing, siding, and gutter installation. We have been serving the Memphis area for over 20 years, and now with 2 of my sons working with me, we plan to be here for many years to come. So if you need a roof, please give us a call. On a personal note, what a great time to be a Memphis sports fan. With the Grizzlies' new look, the Redbirds, the 901 FC, and the Tigers football and basketball teams, it's going to be a fun year. Thank you to Coach Norvell, Coach Hardaway, and their staffs for your dedication to your student athletes, the University of Memphis, and to fans like me who have waited forever to have both the football and basketball teams ranked at the same time. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical, 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test driven, checked out from head to toe, unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home. Here's Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Mike's hot. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know you about to wind up there.
What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Y'all know who I am, your sports mixologist, John Harden, and I'm having a heck of a day. I'm out here at Top Gun, just enjoying life, and how could you not, man? 24,000 square feet. It's a range. It's a full auto experience, by the way, and it's a restaurant and a gun store. This place is Baller Shot Caller, but you know who else is Baller Shot Caller? All of my wonderful people who take care of me and make sure that it's possible for me to get on air, including, that's right, the people that sponsor this hour, your CBD store. And remember, it's 680 North Germantown Parkway over in the Dova, Unit 42. Go check them out. You can call them up at 901-435-6600. That's 901-453-6600. 901-453-6600. My dyslexia got me on that one right there. But yeah, check them out. Cordova is the real deal Holyfield. And again, if you're just chilling down Poplar, 3157 Poplar Avenue, your CBD store. Like I said, they got you in the Dova. They got you on Poplar. And they got everything you need to make sure you can say, see ya Pharmaceuticals, hello CBD. If you need SunMed products, oils, tinctures, water-soluble, gummies, e-liquids for vapings, topical creams if you're hurting. They also have pet products and more. And learn about what a cannabinoid is and how it's better for your body and how it can help you. And by the way, you don't get high. And you're going to learn about CBD, CBG, CBGN, CBDV, all kinds of these things and what they do with your endocrine system. Check out your CBD store again. Check out 680 North Germantown Parkway. Give them a call at 901-453-6600. That's 901-453-6600. And don't forget 3157 Poplar Avenue, your CBD store. Now, it is time for me again to complain about the NCAA because James Wiseman can't play till the 12th. But I'm not going to sit there and complain about them. I already did. But I will say one thing about James. He did tweet out, sometimes bad things happen to good people. God has never left me nor forsaken me throughout this process. God knows my destiny. And I feel that even though though hardships may be upon me, it too shall pass in the grace of God. My journey isn't finished, and this too shall pass. Congratulations to a young man for having such perspective. And again, Tiger fans, it's not over. November is not the basketball season. It's turkey time, baby. Christmas is December. You're getting ready for the NBA. He'll be back in January, and we're going to dance in February. And then in March, we're going to do some real dancing. We're going to have Lester healthy. We're going to have James back, and the team is going to learn how to play without him. Penny's going to get this thing nasty. And again, I already told you, the people in Las Vegas, they really do believe. Because Kentucky, Duke, Michigan State, 7-1. You have Kansas, 9-1. And then you have three teams now. Three teams who are at 12-1. North Carolina, Louisville, and yes, your Memphis Tigers. Can you believe it? I mean, Virginia's 25-1, people. Michigan, 75-1. Ow. Now, coming back, we're going to do a little bit of Hardwood. I got one more segment. I'm going to get you ready for a little Penn State. And yes, Ole Miss basketball. Eli Savoy's on the call. That's going to start at 3:30 right here. But again, don't forget, we're coming back for another half hour, and I'm coming back with Johnny Radio's favorite segment in the world. We're finishing the day off right before Thanksgiving with a little bit of Hardwood. This is Sports 56 96.1 and, of course, 87.7 FM.
Farmers Insurance knows that when you're in the car and that song comes on, yes, that's the one, you have no choice but to pull out your imaginary drumsticks and smash those cymbals and stomp on that kick pedal, which unfortunately is the accelerator pedal. And we covered it. Talk to a farmer's agent who knows a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two.
Call Chad Gatlin at 901-235-1176 or get a fast quote at MemphisFarmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
No matter what's your past credit, no matter how much you owe on your trade, no matter if you tried to buy at another dealer and were turned down, Sunrise Buick GMC can get you financed. There's never been a better time to trade. Sunrise has hundreds of new vehicles and over $5 million in used car inventory, specializing in cars and trucks under $10,000. $10,000. Sunrise has the lowest prices and will not be undersold. Bad credit, bankrupt, slow pay. Sunrise gets you financed when no one else can. Check out the inventory and apply online at sunrisememphis.com. The November blowout sale going on now at all Sunrise locations. Covington Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville.
The holiday season is here, and it's time for our best offer of the year during the Ford Black Friday event. Now, for a limited time, get 20% estimated savings on select 2019 Ford models. You're ready, and so are we. Start the season off right, and don't wait to enjoy our best deal of the season. That is 20% estimated savings on select 2019 Ford models. The Ford Black Friday event ends soon, so hurry in today. Eligible on select 2019 model year vehicles. Vehicle must have arrived at dealer at least 61 days prior to the sale date. Estimated savings include an average dealer discount based on a sales survey of average discounts offered by Ford dealers nationally. Discount may vary. Dealer determines price. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by December 2nd, 2019. See participating dealer for complete details.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know. Benswanger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 125 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Benswanger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. Visit Benswanger Glass in Midtown, located at 340 South Hollywood, across from the Liberty Bowl. Visit their website, benswangerglass.com. Benswanger Glass.
If it's time for a new gun, rifle, or silencer, Tactical Guns and Gear in Collierville on Highway 72 is the best place to go. I promise they have the newest, most exciting selection of guns and silencers you could ever want. I don't care if you shoot for fun, hunt, or just need a gun for personal protection, Tactical Guns and Gear has the best selection of firearms around. The only one-stop silencer shop in Tennessee. In less than 10 minutes, they do all the paperwork. Take your photo, originate gun trust, take your prints electronically, and the best part, you never have to scan them again. Yes, silencers are legal. No special licensing, just a simple background check. Silencers don't make your firearms silent. They simply reduce noise for more enjoyable shooting. Help protect against hearing loss. Reduce recoil. It makes you more accurate. Best silencer place in the entire state of Tennessee, right here in Collierville. For all things guns and gear, ask for Jake or Jim at Tactical Guns and Gear on Highway 72 and tell them Eli says hi. Online at tacticalgunsandgear.com.
It's game on at the new Moneyline Book Bar and Grill inside the Gold Strike Casino Resort. Now you can bet on all of your favorite sports and watch the games on 60 HD TVs while you lounge in plush seating and enjoy craft beers, signature cocktails, and great food. Plus, don't miss the Topgolf Swing Suite, a virtual reality experience with a variety of fun interactive games every sports fan will love. Visit the Moneyline Bar, Book, and Grill at Gold Strike Casino Resort for Monday Night Football happy hour specials. Or anytime you want a piece of the best sports action in Mississippi.
Can't you give me 5 more minutes?
Country music star Scotty McCreery will be at this year's AutoZone Liberty Bowl, and you want to be there too.
This is it. This is now.
The American Idol winner will perform at the President's Gala on December 30th at the Peabody and at halftime of the AutoZone Liberty Bowl game on December 31st. Get your tickets today by calling 795-7700. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office reminds you that fans don't let fans drive drunk.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home. Here's Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Mike's hot.
What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. And I got to say, man, you know I love all of y'all. Like I love my homie at Chad Gallen at MemphisFarmers.com. 901-235-1176. He's got you covered. MemphisFarmers.com and Chad Gallen, he's got your insurance covered. But you know what? Say goodbye to pharmaceuticals and hello to CBD. Go to your CBD store. It's 6080 North Germantown Parkway. That's right there in Unit 42. That's over in the Dirty Dove over in Cordova, baby. We got you covered. 901-453-6600. That's 901-453-6600. And don't forget, forget, right in the middle, 3157 Poplar Avenue. Bing, bang, boom. Your CBD store, it's right by you. And again, they have all the SunMed products that you need. They have everything from CBG, CBD, CBN, CB this, CB that. And guess what? Oils, tinctures, gummies, soft gels. They got everything you need. They are the real deal, Holyfield. Now, I'm out here at Top Gun, out at 2770 Whitten Road. That's right, Top Gun, 24,000 square feet of absolute fun. It's the largest gun store, range, full auto experience, and barbecue shop I've ever been in, and it's just flat out awesome. They have second-to-none handgun permit classes and several advanced classes. Come on out here and check it out, and don't forget, pick up those Tiger tickets Friday right out here at 2770 Whitten Road. Congratulations to our winners. By the way, got to ask this. Before I get into Hardwood, me and Gabe, I want you to know we're going to do our picks, and then when we get into Hardwood, we're going to talk about Juju Smith-Schuster going 104 miles an hour after his concussion. We got a lot of funny things to talk about. We want to talk about hot models, and I got a hot model to talk about. We also get to talk about, well, Ben Watson defending the University of Georgia's dog mascot in a PETA award. It is, yes, the world has gone absolutely deadgum crazy. But what do you want to do first? You want to make some deadgum money, and I am here to make sure you make a whole lot of deadgum money. And I'm also going to get you a conspiracy theory started. So, Gabe, are you ready to rock and fire?
Let's get it done.
All right, man. First and foremost, I want to start off with this. I've already said that the NCAA, that their 13-panel committee is a joke and that they're toying with us. They're a bunch of jokesters. And I will say this in their defense, kind of. I can say Ohio State, because I said this to you this week, with Justin, with my man Fields back there being a baller that he is, with Mr. Young, who's like, oh my goodness, sacking people left and right, with that defense and that offense. I mean, J.K. Dobbins isn't even their best player, and he's a beast. I think they are going to slap Michigan this week. And if they slap Michigan this week, I would have had no problem putting them ahead of LSU.
See, I don't understand people's thought process. There's a lot of people picking Michigan, man. Michigan is getting loaded up on right now, and I don't understand it, John. I really don't. The 1 week, I would say,
John Harbaugh coaches the Ravens and Jim Harbaugh coaches Michigan.
The one time that Ohio State has looked human was last week
against Penn State,
and they beat them by 11. And Penn State is a top 10 team, so it's like,
with two losses.
I think it's very ridiculous at this point, especially with Michigan's track record in these games. Everyone always gives them the benefit of the doubt and says, oh, this is the year that Jim Harbaugh is going to beat him.
Oh, yeah.
I really don't. I think Ryan Day is a good coach. I think J.K. Dobbins is going to run all over them. I think, Justin Fields is incredible. He'll be able to run all over them. And defensively, no one's been able to really contain what they do. I mean, like Chase Young, 3 sacks last week against Penn State. I mean, I just don't see where Michigan can get going in this one.
Listen, Holmes, I am not going to sit here and argue. And again, I don't understand how Penn State has held on to the number 10 ranking when they have now 2 losses. They've lost 2 games. By the way, do you know they lost 2 games in the last, since November started? They've lost 2 games. They've lost on November 2nd to Illinois, and then they lost last week on the 23rd. That was Rutgers. They lost to Minnesota on the 9th, and then they lost on the 23rd to Ohio State. They've lost 2 games in November. That's Penn State. But yet the playoff committee is going to leave them ranked in the top 10. Am I on drugs? I'm sorry. I mean, that's a dangerous question to ask. But Ohio State being number 1, again, you can say by the eye test, maybe. But the resume, LSU, it is 10 times better. And again, if you look at the Big Ten versus the SEC, I'm sorry, Penn State with 2 losses. Minnesota is 8th. Get real. Come on. Baylor.
It was a weird move. I thought it was a really weird move. It seems like they're trying to scheme someone.
Well, this is what I was going to ask you. Are they trying to scheme? Yeah, and here's what I was going to ask you. And you've already beat beat me. How'd you know I was going to do this? I feel like they're scheming Alabama. They don't want Alabama to play LSU in the first round, so they want Ohio State number 1. If Alabama sneaks in at number 4, then you get Alabama against Ohio State. I think the committee is already thinking that far ahead, and I think they're crazy.
It's like Nick Saban asked him to do it, man.
I know.
It seems like it's set up perfectly for Bama to at least sneak right into a good spot where they could get in the national championship.
I am so with you.
I looked at it and I was like, you know what? Besides the fact that they beat Penn State this weekend, what in the world made you go and do that to put Ohio State over them? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
I do like Utah at 6, Oklahoma at 7, Minnesota at 8, Baylor at 9, Penn State. I can't believe they're still at 10.
Also, I will say this.
Georgia at 4 is not even really fair.
The Baylor at 9 thing. Why did they move up Baylor 5 spots?
I don't know.
Texas, but when Oklahoma beat Baylor,
LSU beat Texas. Oh yeah, that's another point.
I don't understand the thought process sometimes with this committee, but I guess I don't need to.
Yeah, that's right.
I guess it's just it is the law. It's the executioner.
Yeah, they are judge, jury, and executioner. They are the NCAA and the committee that is appointed by the NCAA. They are now the kings right now of college football.
As far as games that you really like, as far as
I got some games. Are you ready for this? Well, first of all, I just wanted to say one more time, thank you so much to BYU for beating Boise State 28-25 back in October, because that will keep Boise State, I believe, out of the number 1 spot for power for the highest ranked group of 5. And I really do think Memphis is going to beat Cincinnati. I think they are going to get that highest ranked group of 5 team, and I think they're getting in the Cotton Bowl, baby. I just wanted to say that, and the reason I wanted to bring that is because I think Memphis, and I'm dead serious, I think you can take Memphis and you can take Tennessee and you can put them in a 2-game teaser or a parlay. I don't even care. But I love this little Tennessee 2-step, I'm calling it. I think Memphis rolls so bad it's not funny. And then I'll take Tennessee minus 21, or if you want to tease them down to minus 15, go right ahead. But they owe Vandy for what they've done. And if you think the Doors defensive backs can cover the NFL talent on the perimeter, you're crazy. And if you don't think Jeremy Pruitt doesn't want to lay it on my man Mason, I bet he wants to slap him down like it's crazy. I think Tennessee and Memphis roll. What saith Gabe?
I agree both. The spread in the Vandy Tennessee game made me have reservations for some reason. I think it's interesting, but I'm looking at the ACC this week, and they have made really.
Ooh.
What do you know about the Commonwealth Clash, John?
Dude.
The Commonwealth Clash?
Actually, tell you the truth, I know about the Apple Cup. The Commonwealth Clash sounds like is this the ACC?
What is the only Commonwealth?
Is it like South Carolina and Clemson?
No. What's the only Commonwealth in the country? Do you know?
Virginia.
So what do you think it is?
Virginia and Virginia Tech.
Yes, absolutely. Virginia Tech is favored by only 2.5 points, John.
What?
Considering how they've played, they've given up 0 points in the past 2 weeks. 17 points in the last 3 weeks. Beat Wake Forest by a runaway margin. Beat Georgia Tech by a runaway margin. Beat Pitt by a runaway margin. They're traveling to Virginia, 2.5-point favorites. I think it's stealing. I absolutely think it's stealing. Virginia's not a bad team. Don't get me wrong.
I didn't even know
The way that Justin Fuente has that team playing right now, it's hard to imagine them not beating Virginia by 7.
And that's your guy, Justin, and he does it right, and he gets people rolling at the right time of the year. I like your pick, Gabe. I love it. I'm going to stay in the same conference. Thank you for teaching me something I did not know. I had no idea the Commonwealth Cup was Virginia and Virginia Tech. And, yes, it did make sense when you said who's the only Commonwealth, and I was like, Virginia. But now, what do you think about this in the ACC? I think the easiest pick. Think about this. Syracuse, they
that was
are
my second one.
awful.
There's my ACC. There's my second.
They
right there.
stink. I think Wake Forest pimp slapped Syracuse so bad. And I want you to think about this. I want you to think about this. Do you know that Syracuse is only covered in one of its last 5 games?
They killed Duke for some reason.
And that's the only one they covered. And I was about to say, let me tell you something. Wake Forest, minus the 4. They are going to go into the Carrier Dome, and they are going to smack them so hard, it is not even going to be funny. Syracuse stinks.
I
can't believe.
I
Yeah,
am
we
in
are
complete
agreeing.
agreement, but that makes me nervous.
I know that does.
Doesn't that line just seem like it's stealing?
It feels like stealing.
4 flat points. I mean, what are we talking about here,
dude? It
This
feels
Wake Forest
great.
Team at points during this year was supposed to be the second best team in the ACC. They had one bad game. They slipped up against Virginia Tech, who Virginia Tech has been a really good team.
Now, I got to ask you about, since agreeing, there's been a lot of people saying that Ole Miss is the lock. Ole Miss is the lock. Mississippi State is not going to keep able, like John, Riles Plumlee's good. He's the best athlete on the field. He's going to go crazy. And then, I just wanted to ask you, remember SNL? More cowbell? Aren't they playing this at Mississippi State? Will this make Mississippi State bowl eligible? Doesn't the road team always win in this? Look, I'm going for Ole Miss. I'm rooting for them. But when everybody and their grandmother usually says zig, I zag. And everybody's saying zig and take Ole Miss. And I'm getting a little bit scared. Gabe, is there any reason that I should get scared in this one?
Look, I don't know if I'll touch this.
Don't touch this one.
I will say this. I absolutely love Ole Miss.
That's scary. I know I do too.
Because everyone has said it to this point, but I think when you look at both these teams, the run game is going to have to conquer, right? Ole Miss's rush defense is way better than Mississippi State's. And also, I think, given that, right, you look at Ole Miss, they have a quarterback in John Rice Plumlee who can run. They have Snoop Connor who can run. They have Jerrion Ealy who can run. While on the other side, there's only one real threat for Mississippi State, and that's Kylan Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And we know he's a body blows guy. He's not necessarily a big play back all the time. And that is the reason I think I would give Ole Miss the advantage here. But, like I said, this is the Egg Bowl, man. This is the two teams. I think Mississippi State's playing for more. So this is one I wouldn't touch. But I think, just based on – looking on paper, looking at what these two teams bring to the table, Ole Miss is the player.
Man, I'm going to tell you right now, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm scary. But you know what? My next two plays are in the NFL, but they also have some hardwood stuff. So we're going to also pull that bad boy out. But before I get it, I got to remind you, nobody's better, and it's this time of the year that you might need a little cash. If you need cash in a flash, you need to sell your home. If it's time to sell your home and you're tired of it being on the market, it's simple. 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. You call my buddy Bill at iBuyHouses. Bing, bang, boom. I promise you I just sold your house. And you know what else he's doing? You need a little extra Christmas money? If you got a lead and you know somebody that's selling their house and you can get this house in for him and he's going to buy that bad boy, which you guarantee to close in 5 days, you get $500 Christmas money. How easy is that? Just call 901-406-1101. Any house, any area, as is. Plus, if you have a lead, give Bill a call at 901-406-1101. Bill at iBuyHouses. Bing, bang, boom. I promise I just sold your house. And I might have just gotten you extra $500 if you got a lead. Call 901-406-1101. He's my buddy at Bill at iBuyHouses. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
I am so excited to go to Hardwood and talk about these games. First and foremost, the one thing I want to do, I got to get to, Juju Smith-Schuster going 104 miles an hour. Is there any chance he tells the judge that, hey, judge, we got beat really bad and I think I got a concussion like 12 days ago? Because he really did have a concussion. But do you think that'll work, or do you think the judge will say, well, hey, idiot, maybe you shouldn't be going 104 miles an hour and then videotaping it?
Oh, see, that's the issue. But I will say this. Concussions it's a good excuse. It's a valid excuse. I remember back in the day, you get a concussion at school, you're off the hook for anything you have said that day, man. I'm telling you. I think he might be able to get this thing expunged because of that concussion, right? That is fast, though, right?
104? Dude, that dude is, he was, you can say he was going pretty fast. Good luck, Juju. Now, he won't be playing, so I'm going to say Cleveland with Duck Goose playing quarterback. Are you kidding me? Duck Hodges? Delvin Hodges? Duck. Hey, by the way, how do you like this from Mike Tomlin? So, why are you making the switch at quarterback? Well, Duck won't kill us. Is that basically saying Mason will not be the future? I feel like
Mason
that.
Rudolph stinks.
He's saying Mason Rudolph, you got the stank. Never mind, I can't even go there. But I will say take Cleveland -2 at Pittsburgh. This one's going to be fun. The Duck is going to get beat down. They don't have their top running back. Their top wide receiver is going 104 miles an hour in his car. He's lost his damn mind. Cleveland is playing good football. This is easy money, baby.
Want to know something else, too, about this?
What?
When I saw this morning, this made me mad. You remember David DeCastro in the whole Myles Garrett, Mason Rudolph incident? Right?
Absolutely.
He held him back, and he tried to make sure. Guess what?
Uh-oh.
They being the NFL, fined David DeCastro.
No.
$14,000. I know it's not much, but what did he do? He was a peacemaker in that whole situation.
Oh, my God. He laid on him. I can't believe that. That makes me so mad.
That's annoying. The NFL, like, I get that maybe they feel like they need to get anybody involved with this, a fine or a suspension, but David DeCastro, in all honesty, did everything right in that situation and tried to de-escalate the situation.
That breaks my heart. And by the way, you know what else? What else breaks my heart, and I'm being dead serious? Well, no, I like winning, but the fact that I don't know if it's David Blow or David Blau, but he might play. Actually, I did. It's kind of like Dick Fangio. David Blau, he's playing quarterback probably because, one, Chicago's defense is nasty. Mitch stinks. But Chicago's defense against a Detroit without Matt Stafford, with a Jeff Driscoll or a David Blau on a short week, let me just say this. Look out! I don't think Driscoll wants to play, and I think David's going to get plowed, blown up. He's going to get lit up like a Christmas tree. Chicago -3 is easy. But now I got to go in here and give you a little bit of hardwood action. So, you know the Pats are -3 over Houston. Well, I don't really care about the game as I care as much about New England Patriots stud Ben Watson. He just kind of slapped PETA. Did you hear about this war over Georgia's mascot, the dog?
That was the most ridiculous tweet I think I have ever seen. Uga is a very handsomely taken care of dog, and to say that pets should not be mascots, come on now.
Can I just tell you all a little secret, people? And I'm going to tell you again, this is what I wanted to say. Pets are the 1%ers of the animal world. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a pet and you're living in somebody's house and you're getting free food and you got nice, like, toys and biscuits and bones, like, are you kidding me? Uga is probably treated like a rock star. Uga looks miserable. You know he's a bulldog.
Guess what? I looked this up last night. He lives with the Seiler family in Savannah, Georgia.
A loving home.
Get this. Has his own room.
Oh, my gosh.
Has his own room. PETA, pick your fights correctly. I agree with some of the work you do, but this is not the fight you should be picking.
Yeah, I love animals. I'm being dead serious. But again, I want to say this again. Pets that live in loving homes or mascots that are taken care of are the 1% of the animal kingdom. That means, like, 1%ers, like, they have it all. Like, they're the best of the best. They live the best life ever. Now, I want to ask you a question, because this is a very interesting question. Do you like yams for Thanksgiving?
It's like sweet potatoes. Yes, I do.
Well, I like yams, too.
I was about to ask you guys earlier, you and Lee, are y'all like y'all like sweet potato pie? We've gotten that. But sweet potatoes? Are y'all fans?
Well, the yams I'm talking about are the yams on Sports Illustrated's SI model Jasmine Sanders.
All right. Okay.
Coming out for Thanksgiving. Those are the yams I want, buddy. Woohoo!
Wow.
I know, I got a little excited. What can I say? You didn't expect that one, did you? I know you didn't. I thought that one was a pretty good. I thought it was better than my knock-knock joke yesterday, even though it was very apropos with the Houston Astros and all that good stuff and the Dodgers. But now, before I do get out of here, I've got to ask you one more quick question. Everybody knows about the James Wiseman suspension being upheld. Again, him coming out saying sometimes bad things happen to good people. He'll be back on January 12th. Memphis has made a statement. All this stuff that's gonna, that's coming around about it. My question though, before I get off, when a center who's 7'1", who's as good as James Wiseman, who I think is going to be very good in the NFL, who's as articulate and nice and kind, and a person who's like Penny Hardaway, and a city like Memphis that stands behind him, could this one day come back and be the day that the NCAA actually made its downfall? Because I have seen congressmen, not just Cohen, I'm talking about all over the country who have come out in support of this kid. I just wondered if the NCAA signed their death certificate today with coming after this man and coming after him so quickly. We'll have to wait and see, but I will tell you, coming up next, Ole Miss, baby. Yes, in Penn State. And guess what? Eli Savoy is on the call. By the way, I will hear y'all and see y'all and talk to y'all on Friday. But until then, get out there and enjoy Thanksgiving. Make sure the world's a better place.